Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day number 7 of the PUBG Mobile Pro League Americas Scrims. I'm your co-host, Hot Jukes, here with the man himself, Mustache Dave. Excited to show you guys some of the best competitive PUBG Mobile action that both North America and South America have to offer.
Hey, looking forward to it, Hot Jukes. What a great week we've been having so far. Yesterday, XQ Gaming winning first place by only 1 point, clutching it out. They were able to get back-to-back chicken dinners in games 1 and 2. Huge games.
Big game.
Huge
Big
games.
game. They were killing it.
I mean, I like that every single night there's a shakeup. There's a shakeup when it comes to who's winning the first place, right? Getting that cash money. So keeps it interesting.
You know, it's interesting to see. We've already been 6 days so far. We haven't had one repeat winner, but it started off, you know, North America winning, then South America, and repeating itself. But now back-to-back North American chicken dinners. I think overall, points-wise, Dave, I think South America, I think you're ahead as far as, like, just overall points. But still, what counts? What matters more? What matters more, though?
It's gonna be tough. I mean, at the end of the day, Hot Jukes, we're all the Americas region, though.
True.
All right, we're all kind of on the same page because we want to go to the global stage and really showcase what we got. But then again, you know, these rivalries, obviously, you know, you love to see them. You love to see them. But we're all Americas, baby. We're all Americas, man.
Together. So united, we stand, right? So just to give you guys a quick reminder of how this format of this tournament works, let's go ahead and show you guys the point system really quickly. So, yeah, it's the same way it's been for the past 6 days. First place, 20 points on the board. Second place is going to give you 14. Third is going to be 10. And we've seen before, Dave, that, you know, these points, hey, 1 chicken dinner, 2 chicken dinners, and it's all over. 1 kill equals 1 point as well.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday, you know, we just mentioned it. XQ Gaming, they had back-to-back chicken dinners. They had like a 25-point lead. And you know what? Ending the night off only by 1 point, able to get that first place between first and second. So, I mean, every single night when it comes down to the final match, match number 5, it's always a toss-up on who's going to be winning that money. And it doesn't matter, you know, how much of a point lead you have early on. It's all about maintaining that point lead. I mean, XQ Gaming finding out yesterday really closely, almost losing on that money.
I think that, I mean, the whole entire time we didn't even think XQ Gaming was close to even winning this thing. And then 1 chicken dinner with some insane kills, boom, first place. And they won that big prize pool. And just to give a quick reminder of the prize pool that we're having every single day here in the PMPL Americas Scrims. First place, $700. Cash money, baby. Second place, $200. Third place, $100. Come on.
I mean, it's good. It's good stuff. And every single day, like you said, daily. The key word right there, daily prize pool. Every single day, these teams, they come into the lobby. They're going to have the opportunity to compete in 5 matches. The leaderboard's 0. Wiped clean every single day. So there's never like, you know, just one team so far ahead of everybody else, like always capitalizing on their points and just mopping the lobby and always winning. Like having 0 points, it's a toss-up every day. It's all about who brings their A game that particular day, and then they will walk away with that money.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I love it. Every single day is a brand new day. So if you had a rough couple of games yesterday, you can just kind of just rub it off your shoulders and get back right into it. So just to give you guys a quick reminder of the teams that are playing today, let me show you the different groups that we're going to have them in. And that's right. Let's start off with Group A. And that is going to be none other than Wildcard Gaming, Mezexis ESports, Loops Esports, and B4 Esports. Moving on to Group B.
Group B, we're going to have ourselves GRUNTo Esports, CultuBGBG, Enxame Gaming, and then Omen Elite, baby.
That's right. Moving on to Group C, we're going to have none other than XQ Gaming, Alpha 7 GG, Ace 1, and Tempo Storm.
And then Group D, they will be sitting out match number 1 here tonight. I do believe so. And that's going to be Simplicity, Cream Real, Team Carreta, and Team Queso.
And then our final group of the PMPL Americas Scrims, Group E, Pittsburgh Knights, Tribe Gaming, Team Solid, and Cloud9. Dave, we've seen all of these teams putting in work. And just a quick reminder to everybody, you know, Dave mentioned earlier that we had one team sitting out. And just to show you guys the matches that we're going to have here today, 5 matches. This is how it works. Teams play 4 of them. And we've definitely seen that every single match matters tremendously. So we're going to start off with Erangel, and that is going to be Group D sitting out right off the bat.
Yeah, Group D going. I mean, that's kind of personally, if I was in this lobby, I would prefer to sit out game number 1 so that you could just play the last 4 games. And you know, if you got that momentum in match number 2, you can kind of carry that over. You're not really going to be taking that break in between and maybe, you know, putting a little ice on your fire, I guess you can say. Like, you can just keep rolling on in throughout the night. And not only that, like, you can maintain your points. You always know how many points you need, how many points you need to make sure other teams don't get. Because when you miss out on one of these matches towards the end of the night, like match number 4, match number 5, it could be a nail biter. Like,
no
these
joke.
Teams that play the first 4 matches, I can only imagine the nerves, right? Because you have to sit out match number 5. So you're like, oh my goodness, I hope they don't catch up. I mean, that pressure can definitely get to me. So, hey, good luck to our squads here today.
Yeah, we've saw that. We've seen that over the past few days. For those guys that have missed it, I mean, we've seen teams have first place, holding on to it the entire time. But then they have to sit out the last match of the evening, and they just have to sit back and forced to watch, hope that their points are able to hold on. And we've seen some squads actually be able to hold on with luck. We've seen some, unfortunately, get knocked down pretty quickly. So yeah, I think you're right there. I think Erangel, you know, sitting that one out, the first one, that's probably the best advantage because you have the rest of the 4 to play, and you can make sure every single point on the board, you know exactly what it takes in order to get first place. So just a reminder, guys, this is every single day. We're coming towards the end of Season 1 here of the PMPL Americas Scrims. And yeah, I mean, every single day so far, we're going to have another one tomorrow, and then Season 2 is going to start up, Dave.
Yeah, Season 2, and most likely tomorrow we'll be able to provide some additional information on what to expect during Season 2, because word on the street is there's going to be, you know, the same format, but added, you know, something else added to it. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but definitely a interesting system that Season 2 is going to be trying out. It's going to be exciting. Right now, the players loading up in the lobby, everybody getting in, getting ready for game number 1 of the evening. And just to kind of add one more point on to, you know, sitting out, which team sits out, you know, map number 1, map number 2, it's random every single night. So it's not like every night Group D sits out map 1. No, it's random. It's random, so it's fair for everybody.
That's the best way to do it. I think so. You know, you get everybody a chance to play different maps against each other. And, you know, it's even playing field right off the board. No problem. But just a reminder, every single day we host these PMPL Scrims, we have a team of the day. You know, we have somebody that we highlight. We let you guys get to know them a little bit better. And team of the day for day number 7 is going to be none other than XQ Gaming.
XQ Gaming. Last night, winning by only 1 point, and that is exactly what they needed, because just a quick recap of the results here, Hot Jukes, all right?
My gosh.
They were able to get a 10th place with 17 points, 7th place with 20 points, 20 kills, that is, 12th place with 6 kills, 12th place with 11 kills, and then the day before yesterday, so the first day of week number 2, they were dead last, 20th position with 2 kills. So they went from 20th one day to first place the next day. Huge. Yeah, that's a huge like comeback story right there.
They were killing it. You know, Shifan, a player who's performed well in North America across a lot of other teams as well. You know, you can always see them out there fragging out. And these guys, this is a team that's not scared to push. I think that that's something that we've definitely seen over the past few days. No matter what, early game, mid game, they get that first knock, they're coming in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, extremely aggressive team here. Once when they, you know, get their engines kind of ramping up here. But, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. You don't really know what XQ Gaming you're going to get. You know, you're going to get the aggressive squad that plays with confidence, or you're going to get the squad that, you know, they're kind of all over the place. Early game, rotations, they're all split apart. So I feel like yesterday, I know this is something that we've been, you know, kind of touching on multiple times here. When these teams play together, it's a completely different ball game.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I've definitely seen some development that they've had over the past thing, because earlier in the first couple days, we saw this squad just pushing everything early game, just going nuts. And I think that they've decided to kind of dial it back a little bit in the first early, because those early squad wipes, they're critical. You know, once you go out there and you get that one goose egg, there's only 3 matches left. So I think that they're trying to play it a little bit safer and, you know, hopefully be able to pull it out in the end.
Hey, one can only hope so, Hot Jukes. And I do believe game number 2 is getting, or game number 1. Don't let me get
game number 1. No, we're just getting started here. We're just getting started.
We're just getting started. Erangel, game number 1. I do believe is starting to get underway here, as it does seem as if our players are currently loading on up into the lobby here.
Well, wow. Let's
jump
right into it.
Let's jump into it. We got 5 games for you here. We're getting into it, getting down and dirty. Here we go.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all these squads currently, you know, hanging on the plane, making sure they can get everything done. No big deal.
Getting ready to rock and roll here. Getting ready to rock and roll. So hopefully this plane number 1, you know, I believe last night the plane, couple really scuffed plane pass. I'm just gonna say it like that. Where it was really favoring the south area, and it forces these teams to, you know, have to drop and get in vehicles and, you know, just straight up send it and get to their loot location. It wasn't really favorable for a lot of teams, and that's kind of why we saw a lot of teams kind of running into each other randomly. I mean, I think it was Alpha 7. They rotated right into Wildcard. You were just like chilling on the zone right there, and they got wiped out. I mean, there's a lot of that last night. Hopefully tonight these circles are a little more favorable for a lot of these teams when it comes to the early game, so that will allow them to kind of drop where they want to drop, you know, get their desired loot, all that good stuff. So we'll see if that will be the case here tonight. The players obviously hope so. As a viewer, I mean, you like to see the mayhem. Let's be real. You like to see the mayhem. All right, players loading on up into the plane right now. Looks like gonna have a decent plane path going right on over the entirety of the map, starting from the south, going all the way to the north, ending in Stalber-Kameshki area. Yesnaya, Rozhok, you know, these types of areas are definitely going to be a nice little hotbed. Hotbed for maybe some early game action.
Here they go, you know, just a real simple plane path right here. All these teams are going to know this one like the back of their hand. So I think we're going to see, you know, simplicity. They like to go in towards like the South George, North George area. C9 like to go in that same spot. Tempo, Pachinki, that's going to be their spot. Wildcard normally going to Severny, and Tribe going to Rozhok. And it looks like that's exactly where everybody's looking to go.
Yeah, Tribe, what was it? Tribe, they set out, I think, the first game last night as well, so they kind of left Rozhok open. I forgot who kind of weaseled their way in, but that kind of goes to show you as well that these teams are starting to, you know, do their homework and study exactly, you know, what teams they're going to be going against per match, because it is random. We have 20 teams all together, only 16 can play. So I do like that that is kind of like one of these factors within our matches here. And we do see circle number 1, Wildcard, up there in Severny once again. Going to be, sitting high and mighty up there. They should be able to get some really decent loot and be able to take their time when it comes to coming up with the game plan. Now, teams that I'm a little worried about, just looking at this right now, our highlighted team, XQ Gaming. They're just south of Tempo Storm. And then GRUNTo. GRUNTo looks to be doing some splitting up over here. Q sending it to Military Island. Interesting play.
Yeah, you know, GRUNTo, I think this is a strategy that we've seen them utilize throughout this entire tournament. You know, split looting early. And unfortunately, you know, I think in their minds it works out safe. But we definitely seen it not work out a lot of times, you know. And in this case, it's not so much them running into another team. It's them having to be traveling across the entire map to get into zone. Like you said earlier, I think you nailed it. Wildcard, they're sitting pretty up in their Severny, just going to get set up and get ready to go here. I wonder if they're going to decide to position themselves a little bit more southern to kind of like possibly do a rotation camp since they're already so well set up, or if they just opt to just kind of stay there since it's dead center.
I mean, we do see Wildcard. This is kind of similar. They did play in the match yesterday, and they had something similar to this where Loops, I do believe, dropped forward team Carreta. They dropped Stalver Kameshki, and we were kind of questioning, like, will Wildcard be able to kind of gatekeep our squad that did drop all the way up there? And Wildcard, they actually looted Severny really quickly, and then they pushed into a more centralized area. So they like to kind of loot Severny and get out of there pretty quickly. So very interesting. You know, I mean, what are your takes on that? Like, when it comes to these circles favoring Severny, how come they don't just remain within the town?
I think a part of it probably has to do with the fact that everybody knows that they're going to be there. So, and not to mention, if the zone rotates away, it's kind of a really awkward place to try to leave, you know? Like, if you look at, if you're south of Severny, looking towards it, it's all open field, you know? So if you're having to go south from Severny, you're traveling wide out in the open, and we've seen these squads, how they're able to take out vehicles. The only really option is to go north and kind of hug the ocean area and then just try to go all the way around. So I think that every single team here is just going to be trying to looting super fast and try to get moving to the best position they think is possible for the map.
Loot and scoop is the name of the game. So just a reminder, we are going to be paying close attention to XQ Gaming. They were able to get that chicken dinner last night by only 1 point. I sent Shifan a quick little message before this game. You know, real quick, just kind of asking what's happening. What was the difference between yesterday and the rest of the matches? And pretty much this is word for word. Shifan said the difference that he found was the way that he has been processing information and plays as the IGL. Because IGLing, I mean, you know it, extremely important role. And when it comes to processing information here in PUBG, you gotta do it quick. Because, you know, in the snap of a finger, you can have a squad just pulling up on you.
100%, less than tenths of a second. I mean, you have to be able to make the call out while as well analyzing the next position, getting everything set up, and on top of that, you have to frag out. So, I mean, it's by far the most difficult position. I think that's a really good, interesting point that he makes there. You know, just having to analyze everything at the same time. It's a skill that very few players have.
So hopefully, you know, last night was not just like a one-off, right? Hopefully what Shifan was saying is a new mentality, a new strat as an IGL, because, you know, whatever they did yesterday clearly worked. Oh! And it does look like we're going to find ourselves in one of our first engagements of the evening. Looks like the Knights pulling up over here. What happened? What happened?
Huge nade right there.
Yeah, grenades ringing out. Okay, so this is Loops. Loops kind of pushing onto his wizard tower. Here comes the support. G3 already going to be knocked down from that grenade. J7 looks to be, you know, pretty hurt in the process. And here comes Loops, all three of them, sending it on into the second floor of the Harry Potter, working as a unit, making sure they push together. They actually kept one on the outside as well, just in case one of the members from the Knights were able to vault on out of there. The Knights losing 2 members early on here. Just looking to find a safe spot in this circle. They can't find that, Hot Jukes.
Yeah, they definitely missed the mark when it comes to looking for a safe spot right there. Loops were all over them. You know, they were stuck at that wizard tower. Loops saw that they had the team advantage, and they just full sent it. And that's exactly what they needed to do. Boom, 2 players down, 2 points on the board for them, and PK is in a tough spot starting off for game number 1 here.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we saw from Loops last night as well. Like, they're a team
aggressive.
They just do. We saw, I think it was like Tempo, it was Erangel. They were pushing on to maybe Wildcard, but Loops came in with a third party, all in Dacia. It's just doing donuts trying to get run overs here. Look at this though. Tribe, really good position. They're going to be fairly center here in this next zone, and I think they're trying to hold their spot over here, taking some shots onto Omen Elite out there in the distance. Tribe, we've seen them play this before. I believe they actually won a chicken dinner from this very position. They had 2 here, and they had 2 up in that 3-story right over there to the right of this. Uh, your thoughts? Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite positions on this side of the map. King A right there, that's a really good dip from that position right there. I think that that's where they need to have all their vehicles because it's really difficult to shoot vehicles when they're set up right there in that spot. So yeah, I think this is a great position for them to be in right now. I saw Seagut with the mutant earlier. That just gave me some horrible memories. Hopefully he's able to, make something happen with it.
Hold up. What? Why was it? Well, who was it? Wasn't it a sea gut in the bush that was able to get the white? No, it was them
It
getting
was
the
the
white
opposite by a mutant,
Oh
unfortunately,
man,
right there. So maybe he's using it now to make up for it. If he gets a full squad wipe with the mutant, I think that cancels it out automatically.
100%. I mean, at least in our books. So we'll see. We'll see what they can do with the mutant. I mean, that mutant 762. I know it's got the burst, but extremely powerful. Packs a punch if you can land your knocks over here. Checking in with Tribe one more time. They're just going to be holding these angles. SLR onto Sam. Be your favorite scope.
The 3x right there, putting in work. I'm not surprised to see Omen Elite in this fight right now. I happen to know, some of these IGLs really well. I know Juicy loves the spot where Tribe is, and I think that's the spot that he wanted, but Tribe was just able to get there first. So I think they're opting to just kind of take these houses here and just see where it all plays out.
We'll see. Next circle. Getting ready to pop here. GRUNTo were able to successfully make their way on in. Ultra wide rotate, actually using the Georgia Pool Bridge.
Boom.
Very interesting move from them. Checking in with the circle. Tribe, center, C9, just west of Wildcard. Tempo down there near Rozhawk. Omen Elite still taking shots back and forth. Like you said, Omen Elite, they might want to take that position. It is so dominant, but then again, it is very early on, so that risk might not be worth the reward. Dukes, man, tell me, what are you seeing? What are you seeing with this new circle shift?
It's just super central. So I think that this is exactly where most of the IGLs here in this game predicted where it was going to go. So yeah, no surprises here. I think that they're all right now. The teams that are set, they're not moving. If I'm one of these teams moving in, like GRUNTo, I'd be really careful right now to press in too hard. I think that what they need to do is just press to a hill, stop, scout, press, scout. You can't just full send it in there. We've seen it time and time again. What happens when teams do?
A little bit of leapfrogging right there technique.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully they could do that. It seems like they are going to be able to make their way onto the circle and kind of have a nice little buffer. No teams really near them for the time being. We saw there just a second ago, trying to check out XQ. They were receiving shots. Was it? Okay, I think it was from Tribe. Yeah, Tribe across the river there. Just taking some shots back and forth. They did receive some damage onto Shifan. Shifan's still going to be looking for some additional loot when it comes to meds to heal on up, maybe even a level 1 helmet or vest, depending on if it was chunked down in the process. But Sam, just already, being that that
SLR.
Yeah, with the SLR out here, just putting in the damage very early on, making sure people know, hey, don't come this way because we got it on lockdown.
Yeah, it's crazy that Slurpee, we call it the Slurpee, It's got that 7.6 ammo. If you get hit by it, it's going to hurt. And I think Sam, a player who's been playing, full gyroscope, I think longer than pretty much almost anybody, any of these pros that I know of, at least in North America, that man can tap fast, and his aim is on point. So that's definitely a player that can play keep away, that's for sure.
And the gyro helps with sniping?
Well, yeah, especially when it comes to DMRs, because you could just tilt your phone downwards while you're tapping, and it's just like a laser beam, because you're not going to be able, even if you're playing claw, while you're tapping with your index finger, you're having to pull down your thumb at the same time, and there's only so much screen room. So with full gyro, you can just keep pressing down and make sure that that SLR mini is like a laser beam.
Gyro is the way here. Hot tip from Hot Jukes. Hey, there's a trademark. Hot tip from Hot Jukes.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
I'm patenting it right now. All right, there you go. I'll get you the cut.
So we are waiting to see where this next circle actually does go. Tribe, they don't really need to move. They've been, taking shots at both XQ Gaming down there in Rozhawk and both Omen. So they have a lot on their plate right now. They are just kind of waiting to see where this next circle goes in, their favor. Hopefully that's what they're hoping here. Hopefully they don't have to push down south from that river, because they're really hedging their bets right now. I mean, that river of Rozhawk right smack in the middle of this circle. Obviously, if you're in the south, you want it to shift there. And if you're in the north, you want it to shift up north. So really, we'll see what will end up happening. M249, though, this is a great
the squad
pickup
wiper.
on Ace.
The squad wiper. That's what I call it right there. It did go south. The caster's
Oh,
curse,
no.
Dave. Oh my goodness. Right now, it's a tough position for all these squads. A nightmare, for Wildcard, C9, everybody that's up north. Ugh, only a couple bridges here. Not an ideal solution, that's for sure, for any of these teams.
So what's the game plan for Tribe then? I mean, you're still in the circle. You're still in it.
You're staying right where you are.
Overall?
There's just no reason to move. Yeah, because if you move, there you have a risk of just either somebody taking your position or somebody that's 3-peaking, just wiping you out early. So if you're already in zone, it's very, very difficult to move unless you can see a clear path to a better spot. Like if you can see it clearly, you know it's safe, then maybe you'll opt to kind of go ahead and either send 2 and then go have 2 go rest, or full send it there. But yeah, look at this. It's gatekeep time.
Yeah, I mean, they are in a good spot to maybe, like you said, rack up a couple points, gatekeep. I just hope in the back of their mind they have some type of evacuation plan just in case the circle does not favor them in the next one when it does pop. Wildcard out here, they've been near that Severny shooting range for some time. Looks like Beach is trying to get some information, doing a little bit of scouting, jumping around, looking for some information. Is this GRUNTo versus GRUNTo?
I think so, right there. Maybe maybe it's too much confidence.
Yeah, they don't need GRUNTo versus GRUNTo right now. And you know what? The third party from Loops, because you know what? Why not? And here comes the grenades, trying to get that third party, trying to get that thirst, get that point onto Bucky. We do see Q was able to get over there to Bucky, looking for the revive. Smokes are going to be out right here. Q spotted right there. Man, Loops on the reign of terror right now. And that goes to show you, mistakes like that, it can cost you the whole game. I mean, one self-inflicted grenade, timing is everything. Timing is everything. You can't afford to make these mistakes in these high competitive level of lobbies.
Tough first match for GRUNTo right there. Pulling up the goose egg. Yeah, you named it perfectly. So pro tip for, a hot, what did you say? Hot tip from Hot Jukes.
Tip from Hot Jukes.
Don't nade yourself.
If you didn't know.
Just in case.
Just in case. B4, they actually sort of benefited from GRUNTo wiping themselves out there, because they were taking the same rotational pathway as GRUNTo. They're in the general area. It does look like C9 going to be right on the edge. They do have the compound to work with. B4 right on over the hill. So B4, they were cresting over the hill. They recognize C9 were here. C9 were taking some shots back and forth. Looks like that fight is going to have to be put on hold, considering this next zone. XQ Gaming, Rozhok paying off. Ace 1 paying off. Look at that. Look at all the teams in the north, Hot Jukes.
Goodness.
Oh, no.
Goodness gracious right here. A nightmare for all those squads going up there. And I think that you see all these teams, they're just going to try and play it right in the edge. Here comes Tribe. They made it safe so far.
Tribe trying to make the push. They're sending it right back into their hometown. Sheepan trying to get some damage with that DP. Doing a little bit too much peeking. Their head was in that window. And you know what? Tribe saying, listen, this is our town. You are going to have to pay an increased rent. So Tribe, they're able to accomplish their push. Like you mentioned, they got this nice little compound for the time being. Looks like XQ Gaming trying to relocate their vehicles. This is interesting. I don't know if this is what I would be doing, considering where are you taking the vehicles next? I mean, Rozhok right in the middle. I mean, obviously you want your utility, but it's going to be a challenge considering the fact that we had about 6 squads that need to come from the north down here to the south. Like, it's going to be jam-packed. Rozhok is going to be packed.
They have no choice. I think XQ with that first knock, you just have to regroup on the closest team. You separate so you can cover as much ground when a squad starts coming, but once a squad lands, you have to completely group up right there. And look at that. They're all trying to back off to this back building, but at the worst time, because here's Omen Elite, and a lot of squads coming in right now.
Yep, Omen Elite utilizing these banks right now to make sure that they have some type of cover from the teams up there above them in Rozhok. This is really nice for Omen because they could maybe capitalize, get a squad wipe, get some knocks on these squads looking to utilize that bridge. heading on into Rawsock. AZ up here in the guard tower with information, attempting to third party the push from Mezexis ESports
Gets
out
one.
there onto Enxame Gaming.
Yeah, he did get one right there, put on some good shots, but he did give away his position. He needs to be really careful. Ooh, huge nade if it hits. It doesn't. Okay, he needs to run away now. Yeah, they know he's there.
AZ up here in the guard tower trying to defend it. Starlight also over there in this warehouse. So if Omen do make the push on AZ, Starlight might be able to surprise them. I don't believe Starlight. Oh, Starlight's making some movement now. So if you are Nico, it's going to be a dangerous push. I mean, you're in the circle. You're in the circle. Really no reason to test your luck, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. I think that right now they're mighty fine, just kind of waiting for where the next zone is going to go. If I'm XQ though, I do not like being this separate. Not holding this position. You know, you have a lot of players at risk of once they get knocked, it's over. They're not going to be able to get back up. So I think that, yeah, Shifan moving the buggy a little bit right here. It's going to be interesting to see how they want to play this out.
I mean, they're extremely split, right?
Yeah,
Considering
way
the
too
fact
split
that
up.
they're the only team in Rawsock, and now it's you know, right smack in the middle. Like, I don't know, how are they going to regroup? They got Omen hot on the case as well. Depending on where the next circle goes, like XQ Gaming, hopefully they can make it back together.
It's crazy how just one knock can change the entire dynamic of your fight. You know, they had Rozhawk looking locked down, and then Shifan got knocked, and then all of a sudden they had to rotate, and then while they're rotating, other teams rotated and just left them in kind of like a world of hurt here. Look at the zone shift though, right onto Rozhawk.
Yeah.
So it's gonna this is where it's gonna end. It's gonna be Roz hot for the time being.
My concern, you got Cloud9 out there. Cloud9 playing passive. They're definitely going to hear the shots from Omen. They're going to hear the shots from XQ Gaming. So hopefully XQ Gaming, yep, AZ
Gave up their
taking
spot.
your advice. Taking your advice. Looking to regroup right now because they know we got about 12 teams remaining. 42 in this small area. You never know which building you're going to have someone just peeking out, taking shots. So Chiefan was able to get revived from earlier on. Wildcard all the way out there in the distance. Looked to be possibly getting into an engagement with Tempo down there in the south, so we'll have to pay attention to the kill feed. XQ Gaming though, gonna be holding these angles.
I don't really like them being split up in every single building. I would definitely want to utilize, maybe you have one person on the closest end building, but you want all the rest to be at the end, because that's where a team's gonna pull up if they are. And when they do, if you have a full squad pulling in, you're gonna be in a lot of hurt, because they're gonna full send it in there and make it happen. C9 trying to get a big nade though onto Omen.
Yep.
Gets one. Gets two.
Opportunity.
Huge.
XQ Gaming to kind of regroup because now C9, like you said, huge grenades popping off here. No hesitation from the team. They're going to be making the push, holding this box, holding the angle, looking right through that warehouse door. Will be pre-firing, taking the shots, taking down one over there. Uneven though, able to continue to survive, and only Para, the only member out of that push to be knocked. The revive most likely will be successful. There goes Omen. There goes Omen. They're out.
One grenade, GG. You know, Bayo placing it perfectly. Knocks two. That's a full send all day long. You know, especially that close. And they were just going to go in as a full squad and clean them up. And yeah, that's Omen Elite out early.
Omen Elite out early. Now you got Cloud9 up there to the north, just, you know, getting the spoils of war. Right there to the south, we're still going to be checking in with XQ Gaming, taking some shots. They had to have heard the engagement and saw the kill feed pop off and know that Cloud9 are just to the north of them. So hopefully, if you are XQ Gaming, you don't lose sight of that, because looks like right now they're going to be taking a lot of shots out there onto Wildcard. And yep, we see Starlight looking on over there, looking to see what exactly is going to happen. Like, what's the play for Cloud9?
That was a perfectly timed squad wipe too, because just in case the zone hard shifts south, now they don't have to worry about Omen Elite gatekeeping them, and they're able to move a lot quicker and just be in a way better position. So it did end up going dead center in a really tough position here. You got, no one's going to be, that street, nobody can even stand near it, because everybody's going to be shooting at it right there. So the spots have just gotten taken down tremendously. It might as well be a body of ocean right there. So C9 is going to look to have to probably crash onto XQ. XQ realizes it. They realize that red house is open. So I think they're going to try their best to get down there as fast as possible. And here come the smokes.
Here comes the smokes. Here comes the push. We have grenades also erupting in the general area. C9 looking to make the push. Most likely going to have to crash right into their enemies down here. XQ Gaming checking in with Tribe. They are going to be in the circle. From being able to send it 2 circles ago into Rozhok, definitely paying off for them.
Here comes C9.
Okay, here comes the push. Cloud9
Oh!
trying to make magic happen once again. Looks like Starlight is going to be knocked, but the return knock onto uneven. So now 3 up for Cloud9. They are going to be pushing the same compound together. Sheepman trying to defend with the Scar right now. Pyra busting down the door.
MK! Oh my gosh!
AZ on the outskirts of the compound, spotted, tagged, and bagged, and Cloud9 taking heavy casualties, but Pyra able to continue to survive. Pyra should be able to get the whole squad back up. Double squad wipes for Cloud9. Huge game so far for them.
Taking it to the bank, knocking out 2 of NA's finest right there in style. You know, it was a close one right there, but you have Pyra with the MK, what I like to call the Bob Barker, because that thing barks, you know? Oh my, the Bob Barker, man, putting it to work right there, able to clean up XQ Gaming, and that is, man, that's 8 kills on the board for C9, and they're in a great position. Yeah. That's got to boost their confidence tremendously.
Going to come down to north versus south here in Rozhok. Like you mentioned, that road kind of that deciding factor, you know, right smack in the middle. Oh,
Sam!
Oh, paralyzed. Well, hold up. Who was that? Through the smokes. My goodness, Ace out here still putting in work. 4 alive, 2 kills so far. We got Wildcard out there in the distance. We got Cloud9, like you said, up there on their high ground in the north. I mean, Tribe still also up and at them. My concern, Wildcard on the edge of the west here. Not exactly sure how much cover they have, so we'll have to pay attention to the kill feed to see if they can continue on to survive. But Nunez up here with the DP 4 times. Going to be spotting out that one member out there in the distance in the smoke. Going to be connecting. Nunez popping back down to reload.
You know, you see Wildcard, they always like to, when they're out of zone, they just like to just get right on the edge. They don't try to push it in too far because they know everything's taken. So they just hold right in that corner, and they did, and they're doing it perfectly. Which, considering from where they came from, for them to be still alive right here is huge.
We'll see. Oh, vehicle explosion. Exactly what you want to do right there. You want to take out that utility, limit their options moving forward. Over here, Ace still 4 members alive, taking shots out there in the distance. They do need to reposition, I believe. Next circle is up. They are going to be right on the edge, and same thing with Tribe on the edge. Look at this Wildcard Spring going to be popping out smokes, trying to go undetected right now by Ace, who were previously just unloading the DP on him.
This is the worst zone possible for any one of these teams. It's all open field. All of them have to kind of run out the open and just kind of go in with the blue and just make a random play happen. Tribe is trying to be able to get it just in time to catch Ace here. It's gonna be close.
Oh, here comes Tribe, like you said, using all these smokes. There's about 10 to 12 smokes on the playing field right now. They're gonna be right there on the road. They have a vehicle.
Big nade.
Tribe trying to push ahead of Ace so that they can gatekeep them. Sam knows exactly where Nunez is up there with that DP. They were taking shots at them earlier on. Nunez gonna be healing on up, using their last first aid. Only one more band. Nunez
got him! Turned on!
249, trying to go out with the bang, but like you said, Sam, with that quick lick, going to be able to secure the kill. 7 kills so far for Tribe. We see over there just above the hill. Looks like Cloud9 are trying to push on to Wildcard, but Tribe being proactive with this, not going to allow Cloud9 to get this one for free. Going to be pulling up right behind Cloud9, trying to get
there. We go.
Now Cloud9 were taking shots on the Wildcard. Cloud9 caught off guard with how quick Tribe were able to react to that one. They will take the blue damage.
Oh my goodness!
Knocked down and out right there. Tribe Stam still in the back line with Memo. And now it looks like it's a 2v1. Spring able to out-survive Cloud9. Spring going to be connecting, going to be getting a thirst right there. Going for the double. Oh my goodness. 2 versus 1. 2 versus 1.
Where are your nades?
Do not throw this.
There it is.
Oh, no. Another
boom!
With the grenade. If
oh
that
my
grenade
gosh!
would have gone off, it was a 1v1.
Are you
Tribe.
kidding me?
So aggressive at the end there. Exactly what they need to do with
Perfect.
Cloud9. But Spring, 4 kills. Spring almost won the game for Wildcard.
I mean, Tribe did. I mean, I'm so happy to see Tribe doing this. You know, you saw Loops do kind of the same thing the other day, and I'm so glad that Tribe is now taking that exact same thing and realizing, hey, this is a third-party opportunity. We have 4 up, where you have the perfect placement in zone. Full send it in there. But at the end of the day, you have to full send it in there, and you have to hit those, Dave. You have to hit those. And they almost did it. They almost did it. It was really close, but still, at the end of the day, first place, chicken dinner, 9 kills. Can't go wrong right there for Tribe.
Can't go wrong for Tribe. I mean, looking to be another good day for the squad. It's always good to start off strong. Always good to start off strong. Tribe, Wildcard, Cloud9 as well. Cloud9, I mean, they had double squad wipes, almost triple. They were almost able to take out Wildcard.
Almost had it.
Almost had
You know what? If they were able to take out Wildcard just a little bit faster, you know, one good nade there on that tree, if they were able to wipe it out, then they would have been able to have a great fight with Tribe. But unfortunately, they just took a little too long to be able to get that finish. Tribe saw that coming, and they came in at the perfect moment right there to get the last easy squad wipe. I know it almost wasn't easy. They almost got taken out, but man, I got to give it up for Wildcard there. From coming from Severny to that kind of rotation down south, for them to still come in top 4, that's exactly what you hope for. You know, because when you get the zones, you want to be able to get that big chicken dinner with a bunch of kills. But, you know, when you don't, you just want to place in the top 7, top 6, you know? And to be second, that's huge. So
they're all over the place, too. I mean, rotating wise, right? Like, there's such a
100%.
challenge. Like you said, such a challenge. And second place, that's going to be some decent points. I mean, first place gets you the 20, of course. Second place, the big, good old fashion 14. So,
oh, yeah.
good game. Good game. Good game. Good first
Yeah.
game.
Great first game. And I think we got the scores up and ready. So let's see how the scoreboard is looking after match number 1. And here you can see Tribe Gaming, first place, 29 points. Getting that big chicken dinner. What a performance to see that. Look at this. You got 3 NA teams in the top 3, and Loops, South American team that's been crushing it as well, in 4th place, 14 points. Cloud9 and Wildcard tied right now with 22 points right there. So, man, what a first match.
Well, I mean, anything really, you know, sticking out to you, you know, in game number 1, like that maybe we kind of overlooked, like anything really popping out, especially looking at this overall leaderboard?
Nothing really too insane. I think Cloud9 getting 2 huge squad wipes is going to be big for them. You know, because we've seen, and to be fair, we've seen Cloud9 not do too hot the first few days. You know, we definitely saw some struggle. They ended up getting a huge first place win, one of the very few teams to do that. At the same time, though, it's good to see them now coming into day 7 and showing, hey, this is the reason why we're Cloud9, you know, and making it happen, getting 2 big squad wipes, 2nd place finish. Great start to day number 7.
Huge performance here, like you said, for NA in particular here. So NA on NA violence. Checking out the later half of the leaderboard here. Omen Elite, 1 kill. Wow, dude. Wow, yeah, they were on the coast. Yep, they were on the coast, but they got pinched. Alpha 7 GG, 1 kill as well. D4 Esports able to get 2 placement points. GRUNTo, they got caught off guard. 1 point going to them. Tempo, 1 point. Team Solid, 1 point. Last time we saw Tempo in that match, they were pushing onto Wildcard in the south of Rawlshawk, and I guess that was that. I guess
that didn't work out. Yeah, didn't work out. And I think you mentioned earlier, Omen Elite pinched. They were definitely pinched by a grenade from Beowulf right there. You know, that's all it took. You know, I mean, it's crazy. One knock, one huge play like that, and it's all over. And, you know, GRUNTo, suffrage from a grenade as well. Just unfortunately from their own teammate. Ugh,
hey,
nerves.
One. The nerves. You know, the first match of the evening, you always, you know, kind of pumped up, kind of nervous, and GRUNTo versus GRUNTo.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe the IGL just did that so you can, you know, get them to listen. You know, it's like, oh, you're not listening? Boom! Grenaded.
It happens though. Mistakes happen. So
all day
of
long.
course,
all day long.
Simplicity Cream, Team Carreta, and Team Queso sat out game number 1, and they will be in game number 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, just in case you were out there wondering. And this is our team of the day. I gotta say, they did fairly decent. I mean, we saw them trying to be proactive. I'm actually surprised with the, I want to say amount of kills, but I'm going to say lack of kills that they were able to get, because they had Rosshawk for the whole game.
You know, it's tough because I think that a lot of teams need to realize, like XQ, they had the best position. They were set up, you know. At the end of the day, though, when you decide to go more central and that zone shifts south, you really shouldn't be focusing or worrying too much about what's inside zone, because what's inside zone is not going to hurt you. They're not going to come from outside, you know, from inside zone to the edge. They need to be focusing on their backs, and that's exactly what happened. They just kind of slacked a little bit too much on that, and here came Cloud9, and boom, you're out of the match just like that. But still, you know, decent placement. They were yesterday's winners, so I think it's some nerves they're going to go ahead and shake off and hopefully get ready for match number 2.
And that's all you can hope. All you can hope. Hopefully, as well, you know, a lot of Cloud9 fanboys and girls out there. Hopefully, this insane performance in game number 1, exactly what they needed to kind of kickstart them moving on into tonight's games.
Yep, 100%. So, hey, what a way to start off day number 7. As always, I love seeing this incredible, the best competitive PUBG Mobile that North America and South America has to offer. Let's see if we're going to have 2 winners, 2 first place winners back to back. You know, you never know. You never know. We see these teams, they're developing. We're definitely seeing a difference from day number 1. So looking forward to see how that goes into Miramar 2.0, our match number 2 of the evening. And we'll get to that right after this break.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The 2 sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own Cheer Parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อย
แต่ไม่เท่
มันจะไม่เท่เลยมันเพิ่งดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรงล่างทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
กูไม่บอกโอ้โห
Miramar 2.0 coming up right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hot Jukes here with Mustache Dave. Oh man, what a first match of the evening. And oh, Miramar 2.0, just been insane. It's been insane. Every single one that we've seen has just been insanely entertaining. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for it.
I mean, you're hyped. Just a reminder, XQ Gaming, Ace One, Alpha, and Tempo Storm are going to be sitting out this next map. And we will have the introduction once again of our Group D Simplicity, Cream, Team Carreta, and you know it, Team Queso. They love dropping Hacienda.
Yes, they do. You know, they always get that beautiful golden Murata. So here, let's go ahead and jump straight into the game, ladies and gentlemen, as these teams are ready to drop into Miramar 2.0. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see these squads, Dave. You know, that now they know Tempo, a few other squads, they're not going to be there, you know? So I wonder, you got to know Picado's open if Tempo's not going there, you know? So in that case, which team is going to opt to possibly take that since, you know, they can have it at any moment for free?
And it does look like this plane is going to be flying near Picado. We're going to be starting down here from prison, working our way all the way up there to Camp O Militar. So like you said, it's a toss-up. Who will be taking Picado in this map? San Martin up for grabs, Los Leones, because of this plane path, we might have 2, maybe even 3 teams drop there. Will be interesting to see. And that's one thing I've noticed here in our PMPL Americas Scrims, that teams, they're not afraid to drop with each other in Los Leones. I mean, Los Leones is a huge town, a huge spot on the map. You know, all these buildings and a lot of loot there. But normally you don't see more than 1 or 2 teams. But here in the Americas, you get about 3 to 4 occasionally.
And I think that's just like lack of knowing, hey, where other teams drop. I think that as they progress and start really understanding of where exactly these other squads like to go, you're going to see that change. Because Los Leones, yeah, it's a really huge map. You can kind of fly down and maybe check parachutes to be sure that there's another team landing nearby you. But it's at the same time, it's tough, especially in third person, because you're going to have, you just never know while you're looting if there's going to be that one team that just sits super still and, you know, claps you while you're trying to get some loot. First zone, though, down south.
Okay. Los Leones. Actually, some of prison's going to be in there. Team Carreta down there. Interesting. Los Egos and the prison islands, they're going to be capitalizing on that, making sure to get all that loot to themselves. hopefully they recognize that there are going to be a couple teams dropping near them. Hopefully they saw some parachutes, such as the Knights drop down there, and they don't see themselves, rotating on in through Bella Del Mar, because that could be a death trap.
Yeah, and speaking of death trap and what I was mentioning earlier, Team Carreta, that's a team that is whenever they have the zone, they stay super silent. Like they don't make a move. They'll wait for someone to just run in that building and just full blast you there in the corner. So yeah, for them to have zone, especially being that far south, that's a huge break for them.
Huge break. And we saw there just a moment ago, the circle all the way down here in the south, and this is going to be one of our squads dropping all the way up there in the north. Mezexis ESports is going to be down here. Yeah, good old Mezexis. Just a little northeast of Crater Fields. They're going to be all split, but you know what? They can afford to do this because nobody is near them. The closest squad that we did see was Wildcard, who were down there at the water treatment. So there's a nice little distance between them. And hey, we were asking, who's dropping? Picado? Looks like Cloud9.
Look at that. Good old flashing Cloud9. Flashing. Yeah, good old. They're ready to find some flash hiders and get ready to go, as they had that IQ. They knew that tempo wasn't going to be there. They're going to get Picado for free, and that's exactly what they got. So they're going to just go ahead, loot up, and get set to move a little bit further south. And this is the advantage when you're a team that lands dead center of the map. Regardless of where the map goes, you're going to be in a great position to rotate there quickly. And yeah, so C9 just trying to find some good loot and get prepared for the rest of the map. And I mentioned here a couple times. That Miramar is a map that you want to have loot for. You want to be as looted up as you possibly can, more than most of the others, in my opinion. So for them to get Picado for free is going to be huge.
Gonna be good. Also, it's kind of like a toss-up, because other squads, they're not going to be aware exactly who is in Picado. So it's kind of like that surprise factor, compared to like other teams like Team Queso. They drop Hacienda every time. So if they piss off a team or two, they could easily get gate kept, or maybe even crashed on if they're not careful.
100%. You're not wrong at all. And I think that's the advantage of just deciding to mix it up. And you got to have that knowledge and IQ of knowing a team isn't going to be playing right here. Make the adjustment. There's no point. And why not mix it up? Because you never know in a future tournament where it'd be advantageous for you to drop somewhere else. And to have that, a little bit of experience is going to be great going into those kind of matches. At the end of the day, though, it is Picado. I think that almost any one of these teams are going to know Picado like the back of their hand. But still, that's gonna look how set up they are. They are sitting pretty here, getting ready to go for this next zone.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna finish looting on up Picado. Probably look for a more centralized position. We were just talking about Team Queso finally making their way on in from Hacienda. Wildcard right hot on the trail. We see right behind them. We got B4. We got Simplicity, kind of in the same general area. Team Solid in that power grid also looking to get involved. Now Tribe right smack in the middle. Once again, in circle number 1 here. Hopefully, we'll see them later on. If you are Tribe, yeah, all you need to do is really just relax, chill. And, we talked about it briefly, especially in week number 1 with the introduction of Miramar 2.0. But I know, like, this position, the church position, I think they added, like, another building here. Like, isn't that a new building? One of these buildings is new. So it's like there's new buildings scattered throughout Miramar 2.0 here. So these teams, hopefully they were able to get some good practice in with dealing with that, because before these strong positions, they might have been able to hold them down. But with the new additions of these buildings, it might throw a toss up and might allow teams to kind of push in a little easier than when compared to before. So interesting little thing to think about.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Any additional dip, any kind of cover is an extra threat that you have to worry about, and it makes holding a position that much harder. I think that's going to be great for Tribe to have that good position here. As you see Russell trying to make some shots happen. Unfortunately, not able to quite hit the mark right there. But yeah, going back to your point, I definitely have seen some additions here. Look at this loop-de-loop. I actually today hit it for the first time, and we were able to complete it in the Golden Barada. So that was a really cool highlight to be able to throw in the highlight reel.
Wait, you hit it with the Murata?
We did it. We did it with the golden Murata. We did a full loop on there. Oh yeah, it's insane. You'll see it on Twitter soon enough. That's for sure.
All right. I know you might want to post the clip. I know PUBG Mobile is tweeting about like post a chicken dinner for like a chance to win a skin or something like that. They've been doing that a lot there on their Twitter socials. So you might want to post that there as well, because I don't know. That sounds skin worthy. To me,
it was a good one. It was a good one. That's for sure. Oh, also, for the first time, I had my first ever Winchester knock out of a car.
How'd you do that?
I was driving in the passenger seat of a car and saw another car driving and knocked him out of the driver's seat with the Winchester.
What?
And yeah, hit those. Two of them. Good stuff.
You need to show that to the players, because that's one of the. I mean, I'm not gonna lie when I say I'm a little disappointed, wherein we don't really see the Winchester 94 players coming in here in these scrims yet. Like, why is that? Honestly,
it's the same reason why you don't really see bolt action snipers in competitive. Unfortunately, you know, I just think that all these players have gotten so good at just full gyroscope spraying that it's just not a really good gun to utilize. You know, I think that the Winchester right now in competitive is a gun that you're only going to see in early game. You know, if someone just happens to land near another squad, they find a Winchester, then maybe they're able to make something happen with it. But other than that, yeah, you're probably not going to see it, unfortunately.
maybe it needs a nice little buff to it. Maybe to entice these players to maybe utilize. I don't know. One can only hope, because I know when I'm in Miramar, I pick one up and I run it all map. I might not get the chicken dinners, you know. It is fun. I mean, it's satisfying when you get a knock.
You're right.
Like, it just feels good. I don't know why it feels so good, but it does. And talking about feeling good, Team Solid out here. We see one of their members with the SKS looking on into the general area of Team Queso. Team Queso, at least with 2 vehicles so far, going to be moving towards Chumacera, looking to set up here for this next circle. And we will have the next circle pop here in just a moment. GRUNTo, San Martin, B4, Simplicity, 3 teams right on top of each other. I do appreciate how GRUNTo, they're already in the vehicles. You know, they're already on the move, looking to make their way on into this next circle. So they should have the upper hand when it comes to Simplicity and B4. So we'll see how they end up playing that one. Maybe they'll gatekeep those teams.
Yeah, you know, like that's the best case scenario. You know, when you get blessed like this in the zone, you want to just be focusing on the outside of it, try to catch anybody slipping, anybody driving in, and get some easy kill points, because that's the best way to knock out the best squads. You know, you don't want to have to fight them straight up. If they're in a vehicle and you're able to get a squad wipe like that, boom, take it to the bank. So, yeah, you can see here as Loops that, you know,
they're hanging out.
They're holding this edge right now, doing a little bit of
at the beach. They're relaxing.
Looting there. Oh, we got Fran is knocked. Interesting.
Maybe to themselves. Maybe they jumped out a little too soon, possibly, because I don't.
He's too excited. It was a really nice crate drop right there. So possibly hit that eject button a quarter of a second too early, and yeah, they're just gonna luckily get him up right now, get that loot, and move on. No squad.
You know what I would have liked to have seen is always get the crate and then the revive.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you gotta get the loot first, and then get the revive afterwards. But yeah, you know, it looks like Loops. The paranoia is at an all-time high right now. You know, just instantly, let's just get him up fast. I wonder what those comms sound like in that kind of situation for CultuBGBG.
What are they doing? It looks like they're cooking some grenades. Nearby. Are they though? Are they within grenade range here? Right here.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if you have the kit, throw it, because if you hit it, it's huge. So I think, yeah, just for safety measures, they do throw that nade out there. And it worked, because, man, Fran took off.
It took off. They're most likely able to get the desired loot from that care package. And Cultu, they are another one of our squads here, kind of similar to Loops. They're going to be split here, at least early on. So we'll see if they will be able to regroup with one another. Simplicity out here. They have a little dip to work with, but is it enough? Min Woo over here with the Scar. Like you said, the full gyro spray. Going to be utilizing that here onto Pedro. Pedro's vehicle is going to be burning. It will no longer be utilized here, and Pedro is out there on the edge of the blue zone. So Pedro's going to have to put it on foot or get the pickup. Simplicity gatekeeping right now, B4.
Yeah, making it happen. So Doc getting a knock with the VSS right there. That's a big shot right there. You can see as Simplicity is trying to be able to get this squad wipe right now because the zone's coming in. Look at that.
Yeah,
Pedro
I don't like this
knocks
fight.
down mid-move.
I don't like this fight at all. The zone's going to be
They're
coming.
too split.
It's only circle number 2. It's not going to be chunking too hard, but they are pretty far from this new zone, especially with all these vehicles burning. There's not a lot of utility. I mean, look at Mick. Their Bronco already smoking. So I don't know how they're going to be able to get on out here. B4, they are extremely split. Same thing with Simplicity. They're just too split up. You know, if either or gets knocked here, they're not going to be able to get the revive in time here in the blue. Russell trying to make the push on up. Minwoo, we saw, was holding that higher off angle, providing that cover fire, kind of keeping B4 suppressed, allowing Russell to, you know, reposition themselves, was knocked in the process. So Russell will be popping onto that bike, attempting to get Minwoo up. But look at this. B4 able to find themselves the last Bronco on the squad, and they're going to be straight up sending it. Pedro ready, lock and loaded with the Uzi. What just happened to Russell? Hold up.
Russell went to go pick up Minwoo's loot and leaves B4 wide open here. What a crazy play from Russell. And in the blue zone. Gonna have to hit some huge shots to survive this one.
Doc is also still alive. So there are 2 members up for Simplicity, but it seems like the tables have turned. Only 4 bandages. Yeah, only 4. You got 2 pain, 1 boost, and really it's going to come down to who has the meds. Yeah, we saw Doc. They were able to get the initial knock with this VSS. Still trying to catch him off guard. Doc's going to be spraying that VSS, trying to hit him, but the return fire. That VSS not suppressed enough because you know what? B4 knew exactly where Doc was. And remember, Russell trying to hold down this rock right now, trying to get the squad wipe here. No meds onto Russell. It's a 1v1 out here in the blue. And the jump shot from Pedro. Gonna be pre-firing, missing the initial shots, but quickly switching to the Uzi. Taking down Russell. B4 winning the engagement in the blue.
I don't know how Russell missed that right there. You know, jumping wide out in the open, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess he was just kind of focused on the other side, and that's it. Simplicity out right there. I'm not sure what the thoughts were on that play. I like the fact that that B4 Esports member, the first one that died, as soon as he was knocked, he positioned himself to be wide open of the other team, so it kind of like restricted Simplicity from being able to get his loot. And then, yeah, I guess being low on loot, they just tried to go for Minwoo's loot and, yeah, died right there. Kind of a big misplay, I think, from Simplicity and something that they need to work on if they're looking to take on these bigger squads here in endgame.
I mean, I would even say kind of a misplay, even though B4 won, they just took too many casualties. And now, like, do they even have the meds to continue to survive all the way out there in the blue? So, I don't know. Both teams, I feel like, could have prioritized the zone. We'll talk about that later because it does look like Team Carreta, their first map of the evening, are looking to push uphill. This is going to be one challenging battle. They got to push uphill. They are going to be tossing some grenades up there. Loops already on the top here, going to be firing down and returning the grenades. Yep, looks like Team Carreta trying to get into their vehicles, tossing some smokes, trying to reposition, wrap around because pushing uphill right there, just too dangerous.
Way too dangerous, you know. So they're looking to just get all the angles they can, and that's the advantage of being able to get in a fight like this early game. The zone is wide enough where they can be able to get another position, better spot going into this next fight. And I think that right now they need to leave. They just need to get out. The zone just shifted again. They need to be on their way out of that and disengage and find their spot first before they want to get into another fight.
Both teams, right? They need to both peel off this one. And hopefully not have a replay of the Simplicity B4. We'll see. It all comes down to who's stubborn, right? I mean, at this point, because there's still 14 teams alive. We're only in circle number 4, about 15 minutes into the map here. And look, Team Carreta, yep, all going to be popping these vehicles. They don't want any part of this right now.
Yeah, being stubborn, though, you can pay a hefty price for it. If you rotate too late, we've seen it happen. Teams gatekeep, try to go ahead and get those kill points. And the second the blue comes, they goes and wipes out their whole team. So I think that sometimes you just gotta let it go. Let it go. Let the squad move on. You move on to the zone, and you can fight them later on.
And it seems as if they're going to be kind of driving right on into CultuBGBG. CultuBGBG have been in the southeast for some time, just kind of all over the place, looting here and there, wherever they can get. Now, it was Fran that was able to get a care package, so they should have some decent loot when it
Close.
comes to that. Gonna be popping out the vehicle a little early, taking a little bit of damage, and actually, yeah, CultuBGBG, Brandon always was actually able to connect on the Vit2K.
Yeah, they're out of zone right now. I think if I'm this last member from Team Carreta, you gotta make sure that CultuBGBG isn't gonna even come close to you. So they are able to get the revive. Luxie's also out of zone. I think that right now, instead of focusing on this squad, they need to focus on where the next position is gonna be, and then be able to move on from there, because this zone's starting to close, and we're already about to hit circle number 5.
Now, one thing Luxie might want to do here, I don't know if they were able to see, but the tires, right? Pop those tires if they have the opportunity. You know,
And that's the
limit
worst
utility.
thing. That's the
Especially
most
out of zone.
you hate it. You hate it. You know, like if you're out of zone and you're a squad, all of a sudden your car just gets blown up. You're just like, man, you jerks, you know, because you're stuck having to get in late. But look at this.
What's going on? Oh no!
Team Queso.
Team Queso actually going to be taking some shots on the loops out here. We also see Juicy in the kill feed getting involved with this as well. So there are 3 squads in the general area. Team Queso a little split up for the time being. Mystic is already thirsted, knocked down and out. Dadenho out there in the field bleeding on out. I don't know if this revive will be able to be successful, as it does look like Loops. Remember, they were on the disengage from earlier with Team Carreta, so they had a lot of things on their mind, a lot of things on their plate, and looks like they're going to be getting pinched apart during the rotate right here.
Oh!
Explosion. Yala going to be exploded, and I don't think Marco also find themselves pinned down right now.
Stuck.
Will Marco have enough time? They actually have the van as well, one of the slowest moving vehicles, so I don't know if they'll be able to make it on over to Yala anytime soon.
No, yeah, Marco and Axel are completely split up. They're just looking to just, I guess, cover as much position they can, try to get the best placement they can right now. And unfortunately, Marco goes down as well, man. Loops. Scarrillo is making it happen right now for his squad, hitting some big shots, and that's Team Queso out. Goodness.
Loops able to get
aggressive
with the help of Juicy, of course. I mean, Juicy did open up, I believe, and actually Juicy took down one of the members from Loops, so I take that back. Juicy was trying to get involved on the Loops, and Loops were able to get the revive over there. Loops, though, can't catch a break. They will not be in the next zone, but they are going to be extremely close to it. You see Exam on the mini map right to the right of them as well, going to be taking some shots. And now it seems as if Omen, remember, we saw him earlier on. Juicy is not with this. Juicy is not near this fight. Juicy is on the opposite end of the map here, and it looks like Angry and Nico are going to be attempting to defend their current little dip right here. Cream up there on the high ground, going to be attempting to take some shots onto him. Smoke's coming out, trying to block the sight lines to allow Omen to fly under the radar and continue surviving.
Worked perfectly. I think this is a strategy we see Omen Elite use a lot. Juicy, the IGL, likes to go get the position for his team inside the zone first, and then the other team gatekeeps, the rest of the squad gatekeeps, and then hopefully is able to make it to him safely. Just unfortunately, it's a risky situation. Omen Elite trying to get some more kills right now. Nitsu blows up his own vehicle. Looks like it was low and perhaps crashed into something, so that's going to be a tough loss for Cream. But yeah, I'll bet this right here. Memo's in the shack, hiding, trying to make some plays with the M248X. Now, this is a guy who could make it happen with the bolt action. Looking to see some insane plays coming out of him right here.
Got the bolty, their squad mates making the pull up, trying to provide that much needed support over here, or even the pickup. We saw there just a second ago, Omen, Nico able to take out one of the members from Cream, so they were able to get 1 point on the board. Looks like Tribe, they're setting up, they're trying to protect their vehicles, or their one vehicle that is, by this crate. Cloud9 over here in the smokes. They are getting shot from multiple angles, trying to pin down, using these smokes for cover. King is going to be popping out of this smoke, trying to take some shots. Will
making the moves.
Continue to survive. Yeah, making some nice moves over here. Loops on the opposite end of the hill, looking to also push on up. Remember, this is right on the edge of the new zone, so really, you know, whoever wins this one will be in a good spot. Yep, that and Ho gonna be just, you know, right there in the dirt, worm, looking for some information.
They're set up. They're set up really pretty right here. They got they held the edge. They were able to clear their backs. So that's going to be good too, as now they're going to just look into zone and look to just frag their way in there. And that's a team that can definitely make it happen. They got Tribe though, a little split up. Need to kind of make sure they play this really tight because they have a great position as well. But if they play it too split up and get knocked, then there's nothing they're going to be able to do. King having to bust up the dance moves again. Gets knocked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Loops, you know, they're right near Tribe, but they're not in the crosshairs of Cloud9. Cloud9 are all the way up there in the north, still 4 alive. They're going to be taking shots on the Tribe. So Tribe kind of in a tough situation, possibly going to be getting pinched here by both Cloud9 and Loop. So we'll really see what will end up happening. Tribe, so many smokes. I mean, you got to assume they are running out of this utility here because we've seen at least 10 so far thrown from the team. Sam trying to return the favor down there to the north onto Cloud9, trying to make sure that they stay within their little shack over here. Landing a nice grenade. Cream just all split apart, trying to go for replacement points. Cannot catch a break here.
Yeah, you're right. You know, but look at the zone. Tribe stuck pinch between Cloud9 and Loops. The best of both North America and South America, but they have the zone on their side, and that's going to help them out big time as Sam trying to get some great pre-fire on the Cloud9, hopefully trying to take them out.
Loops going to be using their smokes to push on into his new circle. Wildcard, though, popping these vehicles, looking to make the push onto GRUNTo, sending 2 down with the vehicles as cover.
Here they
able
come.
to close the gap. Here comes Spring on the high ground, going to be providing the support from above with their squad mates already pushing on into the compound. Slicky and both Acer clearing the first floor, looking to clear the second one.
Woo!
Going to be moving as a unit. GRUNTo, they are going to be split for the
Nothing
time
they can
being.
do.
Lucas, yep, going to be spotted by the duo, the Breachers here. Now it's a 4v2. GRUNTo going to do everything in their power to hold that garage, but with 4 members of Wildcard,
oh no,
on the case is going to be a challenge. Bucky able to connect onto 2 of them. Not able to get the thirst. The smokes will be out, will be blocking the sight line, so that will not be able to be successful. But you know what? Here comes Beach, the last remaining member. Spring was knocked in the process as well. Things are falling apart for the 4-member squad of Wildcard. Will Bucky get aggressive on this? Q also alive. Looks like they're going to be trying to go for the reset and heal. I don't know. This could spell
Big
disaster.
nade.
You had to have paid attention to the kill feed to know that there's only 1 more member left of Wildcard. Bucky healing on up.
Oh my gosh, here comes
trying
Q.
to get the wrap down. Here comes Q looking to
That's
connect
it.
with the M4 in the squad wipe. GRUNTo, the duo, able
Held it
to
down.
take out Wildcard.
Are you kidding me? Wildcard had it. They had that position. They did exactly what they were supposed to do on the first person. And then when it came to the last 2, they pushed in 2v2 rather than 3v2. And luckily for them, right off the bat, Acer cooked the nade, got knocked. Luckily that nade didn't drop and blow them both up. He was able to cancel it just in time. At the same time, though, GRUNTo hitting all the shots that they needed to make happen, and we're able to take them out right there and hold it down, man. Look at this. Now they have to deal with Loops.
Do you think the 3-1 really didn't play in the favor of Wildcard there?
Well, they didn't. They did 3-1 fine the first time, but the second time they pushed in 2-2. You know, because Beach was a little off to the end, and there's a little miscommunication there, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And then now that you're 2-2, you get 2 knocked. Now it's 2-2 again, and but it's not even 2-2 again. Now it's 2-1-1 because Spring is up there on the off angle. So yeah, that's good. That was it right there. Federal with a great knock to start off this fight.
4 up for Loops. 10 kills for Loops.
Insane.
Loops are playing out of their mind right now here on this Miramar.
Crushing it.
Definitely one of the stronger teams when it comes to the map of Miramar. You know, they've been putting in the work. And, you know, when that fight was erupting between Wildcard and both GRUNTo, Loops were slowly pushing on up, trying to get the vantage point over the compounds, trying to third party that. So Loops, they're going to both be keeping GRUNTo and Cloud9 pinned down in their locations currently. So we'll see if huge grenade though on themselves. No, another self-inflicted
Not
grenade.
again.
The thing is, okay, Loops, they have little dips up here. They probably could get this revive, but the time to get the revive could allow one of the duos from either Cloud9 or both GRUNTo to push up. And now we see GRUNTo going to be tossing some grenades, trying to get this confirmed. 2, able to land a grenade right on top of Loops.
Oh,
Loops, they had 4.
my gosh.
Down to just 1 here. Cloud9 down there in the south as well, trying to capitalize on the mistakes from Loops. And Loops, the self grenade, they are going to be knocking their desk in that one, considering that just threw them the game. And here comes Cloud9 with the duo, trying to make the push up, trying to get into a more centralized position. Looks like it's just Bucky versus the world right now. Adder going to be utilizing this crate for cover, trying to get some information. Beowulf in the backside, tossing out some grenades. Bucky going to be tossing the smoke. They have to push on out of here. The blue zone is going to start to close on in here very soon. 1v2, Hot Jukes.
Can he do it? Can he do it? Bucky, I mean, what a crazy play right there. Able to take out Loops. One huge grenade. Cloud9, all they got to do is just play. If they play this, there's no way Bucky should be able to survive here if Cloud9 plays this right. The only way that Cloud9 loses is if they throw. You know, and they know exactly where he is. They're in a 2v1 situation. They know it. All they got to do is be able to execute it properly. If I'm Bayo, I would probably press up a little bit higher to that other ridge, especially since he's in smoke. At the same time, though, I mean, might as well play it safe.
Yeah, because Bucky, look, they have to come through that door. I mean, the blue zone's now pushing. I don't know how many meds Bucky has, but they're going to pop out through that smoke. And Cloud9, they're already going to be looking in the direction. I mean, shoot, Beowulf's already pre-grenading the smokes over here, just waiting for the push. And Bucky, if they're smart, they'll go out to the blue, deny the point to Cloud9. Yep, that's what they do there. So, hey, second place, Q, 7 kills. 7 kills from Q.
Are you kidding me? And you know what? I think that 7 kills was from a good fashion present from Wildcard and Loops right there. What a crazy play. Q crushed it. Absolutely crushed it for GRUNTo with a big second place win right there. Loops, it looks like they had it in the bag. We thought they had it in the bag the whole match right there. Oh, and all it started was just a self grenade once again. Wow, what a crazy second match. What an interesting day 7 overall.
But
are you kidding me?
Man, the self grenades are starting to definitely impact the lobby as a whole. I mean, Loops, they had 4 alive there. They definitely had the game in the bag. The self grenade though just allowed Q and both Wildcard to just, toss their own grenades. They're like, hey, if Loops are tossing grenades at themselves, why not let us give a try? Why not us try to toss some grenades onto them? Now, back to that Wildcard thing real quick though, the kind of, rewatching the highlight, I really like Spring's off angle up there on the high ground, but I guess the big disadvantage, and you kind of touched on this, is they weren't able to see and provide the support with their squad mates because GRUNTo, they weren't peeking those windows that Spring was holding, right? So I mean, really, it turned into a 3v2, like you said, and then a 2v1. And hey, mistakes all around, but great PUBG Mobile this game.
Great,
Miramar,
I mean, just
I love it.
You can't ask for a better match right there. Just so much jam-packed action throughout all of Miramar 2.0. And yeah, I just think that Wildcard, they do that 3-1. At some point, though, they need to realize that, okay, 3-1 worked for now. Time for Spring to come on down and remake it back into a 4v2. But yeah, just unfortunately got caught out. But that's the best way to learn right there. You just see it. You see that, hey, guess what? This doesn't work for now. Let's make some adjustments going forward. And Wildcard's a team that we could definitely see making adjustments throughout the past 7 days. So yeah, interested to see how they do. But hey, scores are up, Dave. Let's take a look and see how that game affected the scoreboard. Now every single team has played 1 match. Let's look. As we can see, Cloud9 now in first place with 47 points.
I mean, game one, they had back-to-back squad wipes, able to get a couple kills, and you know what? This chicken Aaron just gonna shoot them up the leaderboard. I mean, Cloud9 playing their MO, just playing passive, playing edge. And then once when we start to see circle 6 and 7, they start to, push on up and pop off with their squad, Loops, though, I see a couple people in the chat. They're like, GG, Loops won this game. Loops win. Oh, man.
I thought they had it completely. It's just, unfortunately, just one misplay, and it's all over right there. So, yeah, Loops currently with the most kills out of every single team in 4th place. You know, just struggling to get the placement in a couple of these matches here, but they can make it happen. Just one little mistake can just mean it all. We saw it. I mean, it's hard to get off of it. It's so crazy how like
crazy,
that's how it goes. You know, still a couple matches left for them, so it's interesting to see how they're going to be able to take that going into the next matches. But yeah, crazy game 1 and 2.
I mean, still a great game for them regardless. Like you said, they got the most kills so far within the first 2 games of the evening. 19 for them. GRUNTo with 8 kills right behind them. Passing it on over to the second half of the leaderboard. We got Cream, B4, Team Queso, XQ Gaming, Pittsburgh Knights, Team Solid, Simplicity, Alpha 7 GG, Tempo Storm, and then Team Carreta down there at the bottom.
Yeah, you know, this is the rest of the squad, our team of the day, XQ Gaming. Tough first game. You know, I think that they got caught out right there, so it's going to be tough. It's interesting to see how they're able to come back for the rest of them. They did win yesterday, so I think that they're, you know, they got that, you know, that kind of winner spirit, you know, going. They're just kind of maybe taking it easy here, starting off day number 7. So hopefully they can turn it up for the rest couple of matches. Team Queso getting the Marauder and Miramar. Unfortunately, not able to finish. So yeah, it's interesting to see. This is a team that started off so strong in the first couple of days, and then now coming into later, they're starting to, you know, be in that kind of middle of the pack. So I'm really interested to see how they're able to come back and show that, hey, everybody thinks that Team Queso is the most dominant South American team. It's from what I've talked to a lot of these other squads, and yeah, I want to see them come back for sure.
I mean, it's all about the ability to adapt with the lobby, right? Because if you're not adapting, if you're not growing as we progress with the days, and other teams are, you know, other teams are putting in the work behind the scenes, you know, practicing their pushes, studying other squads' rotations. Like if you just come into scrims playing every game like, oh, there's another game of scrims, like obviously you're going to fall behind because other teams are going to be more dedicated than you. So hopefully, you know, that's not the case here. Hopefully it's just, you know, 1 or 2 bad games and we'll see the comeback, like you said.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point. I think this kind of segue on that. Another option could also be, you know, the Team Queso, they were feared by a majority of these South American teams. So it's possible that since they are considered, you know, the most feared, maybe they are the team that's the most studied. And because of that, all these teams are focusing on them. That could be just the unfortunate side of like, hey, guess what? We're the ones that their rotations are camping down. And now we're going to have to adapt and make changes. And I think that's kind of like you could put Cloud9, all the other top NA teams in the same situation. So yeah, interesting to see how that goes on as we get in finishing season 1 and about to start season 2. But let's see how our team of the day fared here in game number 2. And as you can see, they didn't play it. So they will be coming back for the rest of the matches. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll get ready for Sanhok here in match number 3.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะ เดี๋ยวทำให้ดู 14 นาฬิกามา 2 คน 150 เมตร แค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ 4 เมตร แล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยว เราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่
ไม่เท่
เทเลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เทเลยแรงล่าง ทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
กูไม่บอกโอ้โห
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome. Starting off game number 3 here. We're about to jump into Sanhok, Dave. A map that I think a lot of these teams and players are, they dread. I mean, it's Snake City. Zones that just come in lightning fast. I'm ready to start this one up.
Snake City, baby, is what they're saying. Smoke, some moisture. Hopefully they have some bathing suits on just in case we need to send it on in for a nice little dip within the oceans and the inlets over here. But yeah, it is going to be one heck of a map. Just to get the confirmation real quick heading on into this game. Group B, GRUNTo, CultuBGBG, Enxame, and Omen are going to be sitting out. They're going to be sitting out this one.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. I think that you make a point too, because yesterday in the Sanhok match, we actually saw a team utilizing some boat plays. A first, I think, that I've seen here coming out of Sanhok right here. So you don't know, you never know if it's going to be a repeat. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the match as we are getting ready here. You can see these players running around, getting them apples locked and loaded, launching them, getting them grenade arms ready, man. Because we hopefully this practice can make sure that they don't nade themselves this time. So that's going to be, you know, break the habit. We've had back-to-back situations like that. So hopefully that can stop right here in game number 3.
Back to some training, you know, back to some training here with the apples, you know, geared to those players who seem to have issues with the grenades. And big shout out to everybody in the Facebook chats, in the Twitch chats, and the YouTube chats. We're getting lots of positive feedback. Jukes, Mustache Dave, Combo Wombo. Hey, we are here to help everybody have a good time, enjoy themselves, and watch the best competitive PUBG you can be watching right now. So we definitely appreciate the love. And getting on into the game here on Sanhok, playing heading from south to north. Teams jumping out, Hot Jukes.
Here we go. You know, so we have a couple squads that were sitting out. Wonder if these teams are going to maybe make some adaptations right there. You know, Omen Elite, they like to play a little bit off center for sure when it comes to Sanhok. But yeah, you know, you can see Cream, Real Betis dropping off early. Wildcard going up to Cow. So that's kind of like the area that they like to hold down. Dead center, though. This is the place that I like to keep an eye on. And you can see Tribe going right down there. Normally we see Tribe and Loops getting into it in this situation. So it looks like there's going to have a little bit of a mix-up going in here as, you know, Cloud9 going to Paradise where they normally like to be. But I believe that's Team Queso? Team Queso going there to... Oh, doing a little split loop.
Yeah.
Offside.
Yeah, Team Queso. Little split loop going on right now. Like you said, Tribe, they were able to secure boot camp all to themselves here.
Loops
talking
again!
About, oh, what happened? I thought it was free and clear. Loops not looking to do that. Loops definitely feeling good after that last game, getting a top 3 finish. Gonna be dropping in the boot camp area. Sawowski already knocked down and out, bleeding on out. It is gonna be a 1-for-1. King A also gonna be down there with more health to work with though. So if Tribe play this one right, if they can rotate and get the King A in time, they might be able to get the revive. Meanwhile, over here with Loops, is it paying off? I mean, if they lose their last 2 remaining members now, it would have been back-to-back days where they get taken out extremely early on to the hands of Tribe. I gotta say, if you lose today, don't come here again. Like, you just can't afford it. You just can't. But here we go. Sam getting ready to pop off.
1v1.
Boy, playground helmet.
Gets
gonna be
him.
spraying with the Vector, the quick flick with the M16. Gonna be getting that one. And now it's just down to Furacao. AKM. They are ready. They know where Memo is. Sam trying to wrap around, trying to get the off angle right here. Federal's going to be doing the pre-fire with the AKM. They are going to have to reload here any second now. Memo counting on that, going for the jump shot. There goes Loops. Like you said, where were they? Well, they're taken out within the first 3 minutes of the map.
Yeah, they were taken out. Last place, the big goose egg, the worst case scenario if you're Loops in this situation. At the same time, though, Tribe losing 2 members. So it's tough, you know, like boot camp is just a... you see these squads just struggling no matter what in this situation. So, man, at the end of the day, Tribe able to come up on top, but, you know, being down 2 in a map like Sanhok, that's still not the Not a favorable situation.
I mean, when it comes to Tribe though, like they really don't have an option but to defend themselves, right? I feel like in this case, it is Loops hot dropping Tribe, not Tribe hot dropping Loops, just because of the fact that Tribes was able to beat them. It might have even been 3 times in a row now. So whoever the victors are, I feel like they're the ones who own that spot. I don't know what your thoughts about that remark.
They need to figure out the drop, right? Because you can drop boot camp with 2 teams and split loot it and be fine. You know, at the same time though, they're either mixing it up or having trouble dropping right on top of each other, you know, because you see one member from each squad out early. And that's just something you don't want to see. Either Tribe needs to land on one side, they need to land on the other, or figure it out in general. You know, and one way you can do that, and this is kind of like a little bit of a higher level strategy, what you could do is you could have one player leave the plane a little bit later. This is some high tech right here, right? So you can have a player leave about 50 meters, 100 meters late. And with that, he could scout the sky. And he can see where the other team's dropping. And with there, guide the rest of his squad to go there. Now, that can be a little risky too, is hold on really quick. As you can see, Team Carreta getting into it. We'll touch on that here in a second. Look at that.
Grenades ringing out everywhere. Not found will be finding one of these grenades. So they found something here. And the other 2 members of Not Found, Mafioso back here behind this wall, recognizing the danger lying within weight. Team Carreta dead last right now on the overall leaderboards. Only 1 point, I do believe so far in their game. And looks like they're already going to have 3 knocked over here. It's going to be a 1v1 coming down to the wire. And we were talking about them earlier on. Team Queso, they were around the boot camp area. They quickly got some trash loot, and now they're on the hunt. They're on the move. They're looking to take out these teammates or these enemies out here and steal their loot. Mafioso behind this wall, tossing out a smoke over there. We see, once again, Team Queso in the woods overlooking this.
Man, you know, this is another situation. It's kind of the same thing. You see Team Carreta now down 2 members, and you have Team Solid, same situation. You know, so they're stuck all out. You have Team Queso fully set up, locked and loaded, ready to go right here, just overwatching, making it a pain for all of them involved. So, yeah, you know, a tough situation they're dealing with. To retouch on what I was talking about earlier, though, you know, you have squad. You could send a person late, and they can scout the sky, and you can guide your teammates. You can, while parachuting, you can guide your teammates away from them. Look at that, though. Great knock. I mean, oh, man, this is just crazy far knock. They shouldn't be able to get this finish, though, right here.
Yeah,
Team Carreta, there's no way they're pushing out in the open to push that. So, yeah, but touching back on, you can do that. And with that, you're able to land safer. You're able to kind of split, share, maybe perhaps land just off of them and then loot backwards. At the same time, though, it is risky because you never know if, for some weird reason, if those other players' parachutes don't render in or some kind of weird situation happens, that does make it tough and it could complicate things a little bit. But it's definitely something to keep in mind for sure.
Hot tip from Hot Jukes. Once again, you're gonna need to clip all these and put together a mini series. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. So we'll see. Hey, maybe tomorrow night, since it is the final night of season 1, maybe they'll take that hot tip from Hot Jukes, utilize it, and maybe we'll see Loops be able to win boot camp once against themselves. I mean, I guess at this point, maybe I'm being a little too hard on Loops and the Tribe fight. With only 1 more night of season 1, you know, go for it. But when it comes season 2, please don't go for it because it's not worth it. I don't feel like it's worth it. Like we mentioned, there's so many other spots to loot here on the map. Like, you really don't need to drop on top of another team within the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, and if you are, there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to be able to share, right? It's okay to be able to, you know, say, hey, I'm land here, you land on this side, and we're going to go ahead and take our loot, you know, and we'll fight each other later on in the play zone. I think you see that in a lot of competitive, like PC PUBG. But here on mobile, you know, definitely, you know, yeah, these squads just want the kills. Yeah, they don't care.
Hey, you dangle a point in front of me, you better make sure I'm gonna at least attempt to get it. But how many attempts before you know, realizing that it's just a fail every single time? Like, how many times does that have to happen? Well, I don't know. Tomorrow night, another night. We got 3 more games to go here. Actually, 2 more games to go. Maybe 3. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw in an extra one just in case of the chat if you're good. But B4 out here in Sanhok. they are going to be receiving some gunshots over here at the hands of Starlight from XQ down here in the distance.
Yeah, they're down there just trying to get away from these shots. This is just long range. It's basically playing keep away. The only time you're going to be able to get a knock and thirst here if someone's just completely out of position. You can see C9 and Alpha 7 getting into it right there. That's going to be, I think that's Alpha 7 out already from Cloud9. So that's going to be tough. But to kind of retouch on that, the point I was talking about earlier, you know, Dave, I know that you commentated on quite a few PUBG PC matches, you know, in the past. I wonder, have you noticed any difference, like, as far as, like, the way mobile players play as a team compared to them? Or that's just something that I've been thinking about.
Trying to think here. I mean, I kind of, like we mentioned, like, mobile players, at least from my experience, especially in the early game of things, a lot more aggressive, right? At least from my experience, you know, with PC, teams tend to avoid early fights, you know, at all costs, and, you know, find these compounds and just kind of wait it out till the end zones or the end circles that are when they're forced to actually take the fights. When it comes to mobile, most of the time, especially on Erangel and Miramar, like, we see a lot of aggression. We see a lot of teams kind of failing on the rotates, I want to say, as well, because they're not doing that leapfrog like we've been mentioning all week long. Like, they just straight up YOLO send it and then lose one or two. And then once when they start to send it and lose one, I feel like the team communication might get a little scattered, a little loud, and then the team just ends up going everywhere like cockroaches. And
yeah, you're right.
Random crashes into buildings that are clearly, you know, high chance of being camped. And we saw it last night in Sanhok. There was what was it? It was Enxame. They were all within their compound. They were camping the corners. They were on top of the tables, the chairs, just dead quiet. But I forget what team it was, but they were on their rotate. They lost one member, and then the 3 members, they were in a pack together. They all just split apart, went all different types of directions, and just said, hey, I'm going to go here. No, I'm going to go there. And they all ended up dying. You know, you got to stay together. You got to remain calm, and you got to just improve your scouting. You know, you got to improve the scouting.
That makes total sense. It's something I think that's something I definitely see. We've seen here all over the past few days is, you know, when a team loses a member early, you're right. Like, they just, like, go completely defensive, just spread out and go for placement almost. Like, they have that in their mind. So, yeah, I think that's something that maybe these squads should try and pick up on is like, hey, okay, we still have 3 members alive. Maybe we could try and play still aggressive in certain situations, not just go pure passive and spread out completely. So, yeah, I think that's something that a lot of these teams can learn from for sure.
Just staying calm. And that's exactly what we're here for with these scrims, you know, the PMPL Americas Scrims. Like, this is the time to make sure you nail down any faults that your squad might have when it comes to communication, rotating, scouting. Like, this is the time, you know. We got one more day tomorrow for season 1, and then another 2 weeks for season 2. In total, season 1 and 2, I think, Hot Jukes, we were talking about it before it started, 80 games. You got
Insane.
80 games.
Crazy.
In a high competitive lobby. Woo! To make sure that you practice and nail it down. So when it comes to the PMPL, you know, the big leagues, you're good to go. You're good to go. You got it on lockdown.
All these teams are going to get all the information they need against each other. They're going to, it's overall, it's going to make all these squads 10 times more prepared for the big money when that time comes. And while they're preparing, making some big money along the way, you know, still $1,000 every single day going out to these winners. You can't beat it. And I love the fact that they put that incentive out because it makes these players, it has every reason to play at the highest level. As you can see, look at that.
Oh no, this is B4.
A trade.
B4, they were actually doing just that, making their way on through the Sanhok map. They got a little 2-2 split going on right here. The trade on to the Knights. This is kind of questionable for me because the Knights are sending 2 up here to be aggressive, maybe get the flushes, and then back in the tail end, we see Raven trying to get revived from the Knights. So they're going to be split as well. J7 tossing this grenade, going to be connecting that one, taking out a little bit of damage, trying to make this push. Going to be spraying the Uzi. Yep. Oh, but then spotted in return. Here comes Jagger with the response. More grenades popping out. B4 up here on the high ground. See, Jagger might have been pushing up just a little too far from their squad mates. Actually going to be in the open now. Able to actually connect the shots, though. Get the trade with the M4. Going to be hitting the dirt right here. Going to be trying to get the confirm with the grenade. G3 healing on up 2 first aids on them. Make
These nades so
might be able to
close,
get revived.
not connecting. It's so crazy.
at
PK
Jagger.
cannot get a connection here. Here he comes.
Jagger pushed up. So far from G3. A little indecisive here. Going to be pushing back using these smokes
The
here.
reset.
Looks like Jagger was looking to maybe see if they can see the revive occurring and get the flush, get the finish, and maybe even the surprise knock on the opponent. But you know what? Quickly
That's it.
taking into
They're
consideration how they are now at a numbers disadvantage. B4 still with the full squad up. The Knights, they lost 2 in the process right there. They lost 2.
Tough. You know, I think that, you know, right there in that situation, time-wise, they knew that the reset, they probably have everybody up by now. And that's when the IGL just said a 10 hut, and they just turned around and started running off. Unfortunately, with their tail in between their legs, losing 2 members like that, it's never a good situation. But at the end of the day, you want the best placement you can, and no sense in going out early if you could avoid it.
We saw the map there just for a second. By NAM, we see Tempo Storm. They were occupying it. It is going to be on the west side of the circle. Mezexis going to be down here in the
Gatekeeping.
southeast. Yep, going to be gatekeeping. You see Wildcard. They're going to have to push on uphill. Acer in the front lines right now, hearing these shots as they make their way on uphill in these rice patties, waiting for their squad mates to kind of pull up on them, regroup with them so that they can work as a unit. Mitt's going to be tossing a grenade. Going to be bouncing down just a little past the Wildcard squad over here. And Mezexis ESports, they are kind of split. They're trying to get all these off angles, trying to go for this 200 IQ plays. Meanwhile, Wildcard are moving up together, so close to each other. Close knit. Beach up here with the Uzi. Going to be connecting on to Mitts. Mitts going to be bleeding on out. Darius popping up with the AKM, the last minute ever for the team. And Wildcard, they might have got 2 knocks, but they were successful in the uphill push onto Mezexis ESports, and here comes the revives.
Man, you know, it's kind of hoping for the underdogs in that situation. Mezexis has been having a tough time here in the scrims, and I think that that's the perfect opportunity for them to learn right there. They had not only the hill, they not only had the zone, they had the hugest hill advantage. All they had to do was play extra aggressive in gatekeeping. Use the zone as your friend. If you just still play that passive and let them push up for free on you, now you're having to get into a fight that's just a straight up one when they have an extra person. So yeah, that's a tough one for me to see Mezexis lose. I think they could have had that one in the bag easily with their position. Unfortunately, just misplayed it, and I think that that's something they need to review and make those adjustments, because if they don't, especially with that easy of a play, they're gonna have a hard time going into PMPL for sure.
I mean, I do like how Wildcard, they were moving so close to each other. Like they're closer.
Exactly
like we see XQ. Yeah, we see XQ right here. Wildcard were even closer than this, right? Like XQ, they're moving uphill. They're kind of spread, but they're all in that same line, you know, all taking the same path. Wildcard, they were extremely close, like almost shoulder to shoulder. And we see them right now making the new push with this new zone that we did see over there. Pinam no longer in place. So all these teams down there in the west all going to be pushing on in side by side, and Wildcard down here in the south. Unfortunate for them, running into Ace. I don't know what happened. We were just complimenting Wildcard and how close they were together. We see Spring in their own fight downhill, in their own fight onto Ace. Meanwhile, the other 3 members of Wildcard uphill on top of the hill, using the top of it to make their way on into this new circle. Going to be finding themselves right in the crosshairs of Tempo Storm and getting sandwiched by Cream.
Could be that they just got a little lazy on the rotation. You know, that's a possibility. You know, you're just rotating right there. You're just listening to shots and reacting. You could have a little miscommunication of some of the players in the back hearing shots behind them, turning around, and that little stop could create a huge gap. And yeah, now you got Wildcard in a tough spot, getting pinched.
Ooh,
from Tempo and Cream.
Yep, little lean peek right there. Going to be taking some shots on the Cream. Right behind Acer. Acer down here in the dirt, in the grass.
Great shots.
Snake. Gonna be opening up, gonna be getting the confirm onto one of the members from Cream. And I do believe Cream is just down to a solo. You got to worry about the snakes in the grass when it comes to Acer from Wildcard, and also need to worry about Tempo Storm looking in this general direction. Acer might have heard the member from Cream going to be using this rock for cover. They have a bunch of first aids to kind of bide their time here and hope and pray that Tempo Storm, forget about him for the time being. And checking in with the circle on the opposite end of this. Yep, Simplicity out here in the west. Gonna be pinned down right now. AZ gonna be tossing the grenade at Rock, going to be deflecting the nade damage. We got Doc, we got Irish out there on the outskirts. AZ
doesn't get it.
They're kind of pushed over here. Their squad mate Starlight right behind them.
He needs to run away. The zone is coming. That's it. 6 seconds left. That's Sanhok, baby. That zone's coming quick. You can't afford to be sitting there. Oh,
Molly right above AZ's
they're
head,
both trying to get it. The angle from Doc.
Doc. Nice. So we only have Starlight up from XQ Gaming, and if you are Starlight, you're probably gonna reposition and just be like, listen, we tried to fight them, but they took us out. Especially there's 4 up. 4 up for Simplicity. They're gonna be focusing on the new zone, and we see Starlight.
This one hurts too hard.
Yeah, they're healing on up right now, but 2 first aids, 5 bandages, no boost at all, no pain pills. Like, I don't even know if they'll be able to make it, honestly.
As soon as this zone ticks, too, as soon as this zone completes, it's going to hurt even harder. He needs to run to his other teammate that died, picked up his heals, and then just go for the heal strat as much as he can, because there's no way he's going to be able to run in from this far. Simplicity just needs to push tight. They need to go get all 4 together and bully their way in. And it's not going to be easy because Tempo. Yeah, they did. They sure did. They're about to.
They made it. Yeah, the next circle is not going to favor either Tempo or Simplicity. So both these teams need to push on into the zone. Yeah, unfortunate for them.
25 seconds. That's
knocked
it.
Down and out right there. Also, Memo on the side of Simplicity going to be bleeding out as well. Oh no, Russell opening the door, welcoming the grenade, allowing the grenade to go right past their forehead and connect onto their squad mate. Tempo being extremely aggressive right now, trying to make sure to take out Simplicity so that they don't get backstabbed, and it looks like they did just that. You mentioned the Hot Jukes. They had about 20 seconds to work with before being forced to push on into new zone, doing exactly what they need to do. Now the question is, can they make it? All that noise they just made, you gotta bet yourself these teams are gonna be looking in this direction. We see Sam connecting onto one of the members from Tempo. HA's 24 trying to fight their way on into the circle.
Bullying these squads. HH with the huge shots right there, taking out Simplicity. Tribe on the outside end right now. Sam has only 2 heals left. As soon as it ticks, he's going to be in full heal mode right here. No way he makes it. This is where every single heal strat needs to come out. Look, he's going for the box. He's going for the box right now. Will he make
Look
it?
at Jagger. No heals on Jagger, but Jagger is in a bush. They might be able to
he has the bush.
Get a shot or 2.
Then that could be the bush of truth. As he gets a kill with Ayala. No! That's gave away his position.
Spotted. So yeah, a lot of players, I feel like this map underestimating
Look how big the zone is.
The blue zone. Yes, a lot of players
and only
went
4
out
players.
to the blue zone.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh. And look at that though. Sam's heal strat, right? 3rd place. 3rd place right there. So if you had any other player, if any of the other teams just gave all their heals to one player and just said, hey, you heal up, we're just going to risk it in this crazy push. And if we make it happen, then great. If not, then whatever. If they were able to just survive a little longer, they would have had 3rd place. At the end of the day, though, you gotta have those heals passed on. If not, you're gonna be stuck out. And yeah, look at that. Tribe 3rd place, big play. Cloud9 now having to get into it here. 2v2 in this zone. That's insane. Blue zone was the MVP of this one for sure.
100%. And we already see Adder. They're using the smoke. They're just north of this one. They're able to actually make it to Pyra. They're gonna have this rock for cover, but that is going to give the information needed for Team Carreta. And we see them making the push. Once again, we were just mentioning it. The blue zone, the MVP.
And lay down.
Pretty much Team Carreta need to push towards Cloud9. And just like that, Cloud9, chicken
crushing it tonight. Are you kidding me?
In the bag.
2.
In the bag.
2 of them. Grab the second one, open the bag, and throw it in with the first one. 2 of them tonight. Bam. Cloud9. What a crazy game. What a crazy game so far. 7 kills too.
Yeah. So they're Group E. So they're going to be sitting out the last map. So they have this next map to go. Yeah, they have this next map to go. I mean, things are looking good. Things are definitely looking good. 7 kills for a squad here this last game. Team Carreta, also good performance. Tribe, Simplicity, XQ, our spotlighted team of the evening. No kills, 8th place. Ace, 9th place, 1 kill. So, yeah, this blue zone, I mean, if these teams
insane.
go back and rewatch the VOD, like this blue zone just so much damage. Like if we had like the stat for how much damage the blue zone actually does to like the lobby as a whole,
Gosh.
yeah, it would have been extremely high up there. this
It
last
would have out damaged every single squad. I'm telling you, it's just chunks like crazy. And if you look at it, I mean, 30-second zone pushes. You know, like it went from a 40-second zone, 40 seconds to run, and then as soon as it ticked, 30 seconds, you're stuck. And yeah, unfortunately, that's why the heal strat is so huge, especially when it comes to Sanhok. Got to give it up for him. You know, Try being able to clutch with 7 kills as well. A 3rd place, that's going to be big. You know, Wildcard had some great kills, 6 kills, but in 11th. So that's going to be a tough position for them. But hey, we got the scores, Dave. We got the scores, and let's see exactly how these teams have fared and how they have changed after match number 3.
Pulling up the scores. Cloud9 still going to find themselves in that 1st place position. I mean, they had, 2 chicken dinners this evening. They're actually going to be about 20 points ahead. 20 points ahead. So this is kind of like a replay for me when it comes to yesterday. What was it? Loops who won chicken dinners? And they only were able to maintain their 1st place position by 1 point. So remember, Cloud9, they're going into their final game on Vikendi, and they are sitting out the last match of the evening. Hopefully, if you are Cloud9, get as many kills, get as many placement points as possible this next game to make sure you're not going to win by just 1 point, but make it a good 10 points, you know, so you're safe.
You're right. At the end of the day, I'm sorry, it just clicked me as well. Tribe, 2nd place. One of the teams that can actually be able to pass them up. Same group. Same group as Cloud9. So it's it. This is it. This is it for this last 2 teams, you know? So if Tribe wants to possibly pass up Cloud9, they have to do it right now. But you got to give it up for Cloud9. I think this is some of the highest points we've seen out of the past 6 days so far. So, I mean, they may hit the record for most points in one single day of scrims. And, man, this is a heck of a performance, especially coming off how they were doing in the earlier of the week. So, yeah, look at that. Tribe is going to have to make it happen this next one. So is Cloud. This is a big Vikendi match. Vikendi match coming up.
And then you got Loops over there in 4th. Team Carreta, GRUNTo, Call 2, Pittsburgh Knights, Team Queso, Ace 1. Heading on over to the other side. Enxame Gaming, 4 kills altogether tonight. Tempo, 12th place, 5 kills. Simplicity, Cream, Mezexis B4, XQ Gaming, our spotlighted team of the evening. 1 kill here overall. Omen, Team Solid, and Alpha 7 GG.
Great. You know, the rest of these squads are just trying to make it happen right now. You know, one team that I know that I for sure am looking at is I want to see Mezexis progress. You know, because I think this is a team in the past 6 days have had a little trouble. You know, had a little trouble for the past few matches here, and I want to see how they're able to progress and make adjustments going into here for the rest of the day. So let's talk about our team of the day, and that is going to be none other than XQ Gaming, our first day's winners. Let's see how they performed after their 2nd match of the evening. Yeah, unfortunately, big goose egg. You know, not able to really get any kills. Really, really tough. Got a couple knocks. At the same time, we've seen this team be able to perform. They won yesterday, 1st place, $700. So we know that they can make it happen. You know, just unfortunately finding themselves out of position here in day number 7.
I mean, only 1 kill so far tonight. So
insane.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? We were talking about their results here coming into today. They had week 2 this week, day 1, they finished 20th place. 20th place with only 2 kills. And then the very next day, they were able to get, next day being last night, they were able to get 1st place with 24 kills. Now it seems like they're on the same path of maybe finishing in 20th with only 2 kills. So I don't know. The team is either off or on, you know, like a light switch.
Hot and cold. Yeah.
Cold.
Sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're cold. You know, maybe
no middle ground.
Yeah, maybe, who knows? This could be their opportunity to show that, hey, there's some, we can make it happen still after a rough day. So I'm interested to see how they're able to come back. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys, for match number 3. Here comes a massive match number 4, and that is going to be none other than Vikendi. Cloud9, Tribe, their last map of the evening. So all of you guys that are Cloud9 fans, Tribe fans, get some hype in the chat, because this is it. This is it. If Tribe wants to get first place, they need to make it happen right now. And if Cloud9 wants to hold on to it, which, I mean, they got a heck of a lead in order to do so, all they got to do is do what they do normally, that they've been doing for the rest of the day, and they'll have it in the bag.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, like Hot Juice said, spam your emotes. Give your energy to those teams heading on into the final map of the evening for their group. We have Vikendi and then Erangel. So 2 maps in total, but it's going to be a nail biter for Group A heading on to that final match.
That's it, right? So we'll catch you guys right after this break. Don't go nowhere and get hype.
A brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via Quick Draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The 2 sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2 คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องลุยเป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2 คน150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องลุยระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่าพี่นี่เก่งนะคนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยแต่ไม่ที่ไม่มันจะไม่เทเลยปั๊บดูนไป50 คิวอ่ะมันจะไม่เทเลยแรงล่าง ทำไงนะ
ซื้อ IP13
ก็ไม่บอกโอ้โห
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, ready for match number 4. Vikendi, last match of the evening for both Cloud9 and Trem. Oh, this is gonna be a one for the books. It's gonna be a huge one. I don't know. It's insane. I'm ready for it.
Hey, hopefully they can drop where they want to drop. Hopefully the plane is going to be pretty solid for those two teams, and hopefully circle number 1, we don't have it all the way up there in the north with about 50% water. You know, if you want to spice some things up, we always get that port circle sometimes here in the scrims, and hey, if that's the case, then it is what it is. But yeah, let's head on into the game. I believe the team's setting up right now in the lobby, getting ready to rock and roll.
Here they are, good to go. And you're right, Dave. Vikendi, the last thing that these two teams want is going to be a water zone. It's the dreaded one, you know? At the same time, Sanhok, I think that was a great opportunity for teams to realize how important the heal strat is. Vikendi, a map where we see the heal strat used probably the most often. I wonder if that's something that they're going to have to keep in the back of their heads going into this one.
They're going to be practicing. They're going to be, I mean, that was practice, right?
They're warmed up for it.
For the big leagues when it comes to healing off, because we know the heal offs are extremely powerful here with on Vikendi, as it does look like gonna be having a nice little skin showcase slash punch out right here.
Ooh, okay.
Getting a little wild here.
Oh my gosh, look at that little, they're all just talking to each other, throwing snowballs, all kinds of shenanigans, getting ready for this last one, because that's what I love about the scrims. You know, they're so lighthearted. Everyone here is, you know, being able to get some great practice in and, you know, just learn more about each other and get ready for the big leagues coming up.
And talking about the big leagues, well, we're going to have a pretty big plane heading on into this Vikendi map. Looks like it is going to be flying itself from the east down here to the west, and going to be cutting off a lot of the northern side of this map. I mean, if you want a long drop or a drop and, you know, maybe get a vehicle and send your way on up there, but we're going to have a lot of teams kind of focusing down here in the south, if I had to guess.
Yeah, you know, Vikendi, it's still small enough of a map. You can fly pretty darn far. I mean, you can pretty much almost get to the end. At the same time, though, you put yourself at risk. You put yourself at risk big time because you have to time it just perfectly. Just perfectly. Because a lot of these guys are so great at flying. And look at the first zone!
Oh, no. Did we
Oh,
jinx it?
no!
Did we jinx it?
I think we did. I think we did. And it is majorly in the water here. Cloud9! Last map of the evening. They are set. So this is perfect for them. I mean, this is Cloud9 in true form. You know, getting zone, making it happen. This is the Cloud9 that we know. You know, so I think that they're going to be in a great position here to win this final match, or possibly at least place high enough to secure that chicken dinner for the whole overall day.
Yeah, I mean, they're currently 20 points ahead of second place. Big lead, and now they're going to have a pretty decent start to this game with this challenging circle. Remember, the team that is 20 points behind them, also their final game of the evening, will be Tribe. And we see Tribe out there just east of Castle. They're going to have a challenging time making their way on into the circle, because we saw their Exam going to be on the west side of the castle. And to the south of that, we have Ace, CultuBGBG, we got XQ Gaming that we're checking in with right now, and then Alpha 7. So you got about 5 different teams kind of in that general area where Tribe have to make their way on into the zone. So I'm going to be curious to see what Tribe, what type of game plan, what type of strategy they use here on, how they can manage to make it on into circle number 1 alone, because it is going to be deadly.
For Tribe, I'm really hyped a little bit in the grounds that I saw them play way more aggressive at the end, rather than just playing it super, just spread out and passive like we've seen them do in the past. And what that means for me is Tribe, when they get zone, they can make it happen. But they're yet to prove, though, in my eyes, a team that when they don't, can they still be able to perform? And honestly, that's the hardest part about competitive PUBG Mobile. You're not going to get zone every single time. So I'm going to be really interested to see how they're able to accomplish that here. I'm glad to see some improvement, and I want to see them execute it.
And this will be the test then. This will be the test.
Yeah, 100%.
This game.
100%. And it can't be a better test because there's so much on the line. This is the last one. They have to make plays crazy. They have to take Cloud9 out early, as a matter of fact, and get the chicken dinner and get kills. So at the end of the day, there's the big prize pool on the line. They have to go hunting, and they have to make it happen. So I wonder if they're just going to play extra hyper-aggressive or opt to just, get some good points and secure a second place. But at the end of the day, that's $500 difference. That's some big money.
I mean, second place, definitely, it's good. It's good. First place, just a reminder, $700. Second place, $200. And then third place, $100. So top 3 every single night is where you want to find yourself. But yeah, the difference of $500,
I agree, but, let me ask you this, though. Who are the second place winners? Who are the third place winners for the past 6 weeks? Do you know? Huh? That's right. You probably don't remember. That's because you only remember the first place winner. That's what we want to see here, So I want to see Tribe make it happen. At the end of the day, that's a $500 difference. Go get it. Go get that chicken dinner. So yeah, I want to see that happen.
That's the difference of Uber eating Chipotle or Uber eating like Outback Steakhouse right there.
Oh my gosh, it's big. That's big. That's big money. Big money, and not to mention the clout that goes with it for winning first place. That's huge. That's huge right there. So yeah, I want to see them be able to really make it happen. But it ain't gonna be easy. I mean, Cloud9 dominating today, dominating their inside zone, sitting pretty right now. So they definitely have a hard time ahead of them for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? Knowing Cloud9, they're probably gonna loot down there on the coast and then quickly try to rotate on into a more centralized position when it comes to Vikendi. They like to play center here on Vikendi, especially with them having the advantage of the zone being about 35% water over there to the west. They're not going to have to worry about one of their angles, so it's just going to allow the rotate to be a little more easier for them. And checking in with our highlighted team of the evening, remember, XQ, Chiefan, talking to him before the games here tonight, saying how yesterday it was kind of like Chiefan, the IGL, able to, better make the calls. They feel more comfortable making the calls and not be too nervous and guess themselves, like second guess themselves. That was what the difference was yesterday. My question is, though, when they find themselves at such a far, disadvantage in the points. They only have 1 kill. They're down there at the bottom. Like, does Sheefan's mentality, does it change? Do those nerves, does the pressure get to them? And do they find themselves once again second guessing themselves? Because of course, when you're in first place, it's easy, right? I mean, everything's a lot better. You're more confident. You're making these plays. But when you're all the way down here at the bottom, that's really when teams, when they shine, if they can make that comeback.
Yeah, I think it can go both ways. I think it can go both ways for sure. I think that, when you're in first place, there's definitely a ton of more pressure on your shoulders. So I think some teams are going to be a lot confident after all that, just crazy gameplays, being ahead in that lead. I think you're also going to have some that second guess themselves too, and that want to play it more passive, to play it safe. At the same time, though, I think that if you are in these scrims and you don't have the points to come back, even the possibility of top 3, there's no money to be won. There's no money for 4th place. So at that point, I think that you need to go into like a I got nothing to lose mentality. Hey, there's nothing to lose here, boys. Let's go and let's just work on it and let's just get comfortable. Like, let's just be us and be able to make it happen and make a great showing here at the end, or try something different. That's the perfect opportunity to do it. But I mean, look at this. Hold on, Sute with the Bison, not able to hit the mark.
We're starting something. But, I mean, not us, but the Bison here, in the Americas definitely feel like. I mean, you hit the nail on the head yesterday with that gun in particular. Like the 9mm you mentioned on Vikendi, abundant every single where. So it only makes sense, to utilize 9mm weapons, and of course you want to use the best one you could possibly use here. And I don't know, the 6x Bison. I mean, have you had experience with the 6x Bison?
I mean, I think I could definitely see it working well and competitive on that note, because there's just 9mm insane. It's all over the place. It's all over the place. We could say it again. And you can have like probably 400 9mm chilling in your backpack, because not only is it everywhere, it also takes up least space in your backpack. So you can, it doesn't take up as much space as 5.5. It doesn't take as much space as 7.6. So you're going to be able to just hold a whole bunch of it. You could just pre-fire like crazy with it. Not to mention, it's not making a lot of noise either.
Yeah.
So those shots, you're not going to really know where they're coming from. So yeah, it could be a solid disruptor here in Vikendi.
I didn't know it takes up less space in your backpack. Very interesting little note right there.
It does. So you could hold more 9mm than 5.5 and 7.6. Look at Shifan. Look at this is the worst team to come up on right now.
Just
being skeptical. He's being skeptical.
Hold up.
No.
No. Oh no.
It's the worst team. It's the worst team. They don't move.
No.
They don't move. Team Carreta does not move. Team Carreta Furacao is the worst team to scout against, because they do not make a sound. Every other squad will get a little nervous, make a little shift, here and there, give away their position. Even Shifan turned around. He turned around because he was just in case, but no sound. They're still there.
You already know Sheefan's like, hey, I'm safe, guys. Come send it. Come send it.
Oh,
I got this on lockdown. Oh my goodness. Team Carreta setting the trap. Look at this. Setting the trap. Oh, gonna be
got him.
And here they come. There's gonna be one. Can they get the other? Sheefan up here in the barn. Gonna be able to connect and get the trade happening right now. AZ being able to quickly react to this, trying to get as much information as possible. Welcome to the Spider's Den over here is what Team Carreta is saying. And look at this. Starlight gonna be thirsted, already knocked down.
Get some.
Only missing one member in the process. Gonna be popping on out of their trap holes here. And looking to move together as a unit, looking to collapse in. And it does look like HZL is doing everything in their power to stand their ground. But Team Carreta moving as a unit here. 3 members strong. Yep. 2 of them got knocked right there, but they were able to successfully pull that one off. And they lost one in the process, but they got the squad wipe hot jukes, and that is exactly what matters.
Are you kidding me, Dave, right there? Team Carreta springing the trap. Springing the trap. I'm telling you, they're the worst squad when it comes to this situation. They always play it so quiet, but let's get into this play right here. Look at this, Alpha 7 and CultuBGBG.
Got Rolex up here on the high ground. Really hurt over here with the 8 cam. Just going to be peeking on over there. Looking back, this is looking like the ultimate sacrifice right here. Rolex up here on the rock while their squad mates going to be out here in the distance.
Squad mate.
Just overlooking this. Yep. Make it squad mate. Mid tech. good reason, for them not to want to push this one. They are extremely low. They're out there in the distance. I'm not even sure if they're going to be able to continue to survive over here. So we'll see what will end up happening. Looks like we're going to go on a road trip, hop in our Zima, and just forget about the past and look forward towards the future and hope for a brighter day here as the fog starts to set here on the Vikendi. And it does look like they're going to be riding right into another team, unfortunately for them. So no. The Zima, it was so peaceful. They just wanted to go eat some strawberries and relax.
Oh, he hit that!
Russell
hit that!
On a moving target?
Are you kidding me? I almost popped him out the car. I must have hit him right in the shoulder. But oh my gosh, 8x M24. That was sick. I don't care what anybody says. That was sick.
Yeah, starting to burn right now. Oh no. Alpha 7 mid-tech. We saw them right there. They're able to continue to survive, but they got Cream right near them as well, pulling up on these compounds. So it does look like all the members for Cream, their vehicles heavily damaged, but they all survived. They all managed to survive, and they made it.
They made it. So they're happy. Set up. Unfortunately, I mean, hopefully they have at least a couple of those vehicles still up because they need to get ready for this next rotation here. But like you said, mid-tech over there by himself. He's living the snake life right now. He ain't trying to go and get spotted. Just hide his way to a top position. And man, speaking of top positions, we're talking about Cloud9 earlier. As we see Tribe, thirsting Marco. That's a good point for them. They need to make it happen if they even plan to go against him.
They need 20 points.
They need 20 points. Last time Cloud9 won first place. They won it with around 50 or so points. Now, they still have this last match. And they have 70 points overall. So that just goes to show you how far ahead they are here. So Tribe need to really make something happen if they even want a chance at taking first place away from them.
Just a quick shout out to the Twitch chat. They're popping off right now. Supposedly you and I are on our 91st match of the night. Someone asked what match are we on. Supposedly we're on our 93rd now. Keeps going up by the second. No, this is I had to be honest, this is the 4th map of the evening. We got one more after this. I don't even know who asked that question at this point, but don't let the chat deceive you. This is not the 95th map of the night. If that was the case, that'd be one heck of a marathon. Looking at this next circle though, Cloud9 still going to be out there on the coast. The Knights just going to be north of this. Just going to be north of that. So hey, Cloud9, I mean, there's still 15 teams alive. We got Simplicity right there hot in the case. And I also noticed Knights also. So you got Knights and Simplicity just north of Cloud9. That's pretty much best case scenario for Tribe. Remember, Tribe, they need about 18 more points. They already got 2 kills so far this game. They want Cloud9.
They need more than that. Yeah,
they need more. But if Cloud9 gets taken out early, that's going to be nothing but greatness. That's fantastic.
That's going to be the set. That's going to be the setup right there. You saw good old Memo with the most satisfying sound in the game, I think. M24 suppressed. Trying to make some plays. Hopefully you'll be able to see him hit some 6 snipes right there. But he's going to have to hit him if he wants. I think it's the best. It's just, that little click. It's just so satisfying. M24 suppressed. It's just amazing. So he's set up really well. Memo, a player that I think, for the longest time was definitely one of the most feared snipers in NA. He can definitely hit those, and it's good to see it, because like I was mentioning at the top of the evening, we don't really see a lot of bolt action snipers in this situation. And the reason why I mentioned earlier is because everyone sprays so great. But there is certain moments where you want to have a bolt above anything else. And that's usually in the times when you're in just a peak battle, right? Let's say you're out of zone and you have a team that you're trying to get into. And if you're in a peak battle with them, you got that bolt. Oh, that's a huge, it's one bullet. One bullet, to the head. And that could spell instant push and room for your team to make it happen. But you have to be so good with it to even try to use it at this level.
And we tend to see more of that on Vikendi and Miramar, right? In particular, when it comes to the whole map pool. So it is good to see, and it's definitely a skill set that every squad, they at least need, one bolty player. In my opinion, this is my opinion. They at least need one bolty player on the squad, or at least someone who could really perform and get those knocks. Because even though they might not get the thirst, getting a knock is so important, because you don't know if the enemy will have the ability to get a new helmet. You don't know what their med situation looks like. And that just it just sets up the future for your squad moving forward. You want to deny as much utility as possible for your enemies here. I mean, it's the long game. At the end of the day, it's the long game, and whoever can play that one out is usually the winner.
Yeah, you know, it can open up a fight for you tremendously. It can also stop a push if you're able to hit a crazy flick headshot. At the same time, though, you know, it's tough. It's tough. I think that it's not just, you know, minimum one player if you're for a bolt. It's also maximum, you know, because at the end of the day, that spray is just so huge. So, you know, we're about to go into this next zone. But, yeah, you know, I would definitely like to see that matter. Oh, dead center. I mean, blessed.
Tribe.
What do you want?
Tribe.
What do you want?
Tribe.
Oh,
they were
no.
taking shots. We saw, I forget who it
no.
was, but they had the VSS on the roofs. They had a lot of information. So they know exactly that Tempo Storm is over there. And we see them already in their vehicles trying to avoid Tempo Storm at all costs. This is the play. Tribe, they're trying to survive here. They don't want to get ultra aggressive and potentially get wiped out in 15th position here. We see them on the move. Same thing with Tribe, popping their vehicles as well. Both of these squads need to think about life. How are they going to make it in this next zone?
Right.
And hopefully, for their sake, it's not going to be gatekept.
I think that this is the best thing for Tribe, though, because I think that this is what they have to work on more than anything. You know, at the end of the day, when you get zoned, if you get a team that can all shoot, you should be fine. You know, I think that that's also something they still need to work on, because there's been in situations where they had zone and had the position and almost lost it. But at the end of the day, what they need to work on more is being able to be the aggressors, get a whole bunch of kills while pushing your way into zone. They have the teams, they have the players that can hit those shots. They just got to work together.
Teamwork makes the dream work, as great philosopher Plato once said. So looking over here, Team Solid, Mafioso having a good time in the snowmobile, crashing, little bumper cars action over here. I mean, this is kind of like the flip end of Tribe. Tribe, you know, constantly not favoring these circles, constantly on that rotate. Meanwhile, Team Solid being favored in the circles time and time again, getting a little bored. It seems like having a nice little powwow out there in the courtyard.
You know, that's Vikendi for you. It's just so much cover all over the place. So, I mean, when you get blessed with zone, you ain't going nowhere. You're just going to sit there and just wait for another team to press up on you. And, you know, you never know who it's going to be. You know, Cloud9, see how they're super separate. Look how they're super separate right now. Yeah, so right now, they're like this because they're just trying to cover the most ground to make sure a team doesn't push up on them. But the second one does, all three need to move instantly to that player and just give up the rest of the positions. So yeah, they're just trying to cover the most ground to make sure that no team just pushes on them for free. At the same time, though, they're going to get pressed here really soon. So they got to make sure that the second that happens, that they're on the move to help support.
I mean, look at this. Next circle. Right in the middle.
Dead center.
You find yourself the Cloud9 squad. And, oh, we're going to have a push. Tribe, we were talking about them earlier on. How are they going to rotate on into the zone? Looks like they're going to be running into Team Carreta. They were able to get the wipe. So they successfully made the push. They worked together. Seagut was knocked in the process, but Seagut currently getting revived. Wow. I mean, we didn't see the beginning of that engagement, but it seems as if they're getting their stuff together here when it comes to those pushes. I mean, you made mention of it. Do you want to be a team that is constantly favored in a circle, or do you want to be a team that has to continue to practice their rotates, their pushes? That's kind of what Tribe are having to do right now. Tribe, they got the pressure on, and they're making it work. You know, they're putting in the work, and it's paying off. 5 kills so far for the team.
Huge. And you know, if you're a team that can only make it happen when you get zone, you will forever be a team that's a max 5th place, 6th place kind of squad. You know, you're just not going to be able to make it constantly, consistently in the top 3. So yeah, they need to make that adjustment, and if they can make it happen. But look at this Tempo and
talking
PK.
About teams, yeah, talking about teams pressed. Trying to be consistent over here. Call two down here by the windmills. We saw just a second ago. Tempo. We're also making the push on the night, so we have fights erupting all over the place. Next circle did pop. We are in phase number 5. The reset right now. Fran trying to get the revive here in the windmills. Team Solid hurting out there in the distance. We see Team Queso right behind, but they're down there on the shoreline. They're not going to have sight lines on CultuBGBG, so CultuBGBG trying to make sure that they can confirm the squad wipe onto Team Solid. And Cloud9, they have sight lines on this from their compounds that they were camping out for the majority of the game. No longer favored in this next zone, I do believe. So we're going to try to third party this fight with Call2, try to get a couple kills, a couple points in the bank, and then probably make their way on into new surface. We see right there, the bottom right-hand corner. Now back on the full screen right in front of your face. Tempo Storm, more buys in action coming out from Spec. Spec going to be blowing up that Zima, making sure they can utilize it as cover. 2 versus 2 right now, if I'm not mistaken. The Knights. Yep. Raven bleeding
buys in
on
action.
out. So J7 going to be connected on. Tensa and both Spec going to be pushing together into the barn with J7. J7 going to be extremely low. The spray coming out from Tensa with the MP5. They're able to get it.
That's it.
And then the double. Knights taken down and out in 11th place position. Tempo Storm, 4 kills for the squad. And you see them divvying up the meds right now, divvying up the spoils of war. And it does look like Spec was able to drop the Bison.
Stick together. Stick together. Tempo only with 2 up. Just they noticed that one member from PK was out on his own, and they just 2v1'd him, 2v1 the other. It's over. Nothing you can do. So yeah, I think that is PK, especially if you're holding a position, if you're holding the best spot, stick together and hold it together, and you can make it happen. But man, we're seeing Bison kills all over the place right now.
Yeah, Bison after Bison. New meta. You heard it here first. New meta, new wave out here in the Americas, making it happen. GRUNTo, looks like they only got 3 members up, and here's the Call2 fight from earlier on. Looks like Team Solid are no longer here. Call2 were able to take them down and out, and you see Axel down there from Team Queso. They need to make their way on into this. They are going to be pinned down right there on the coast of the shores. They know exactly that they are in some trouble. Lux with the Uzi ready. Gonna be whiffing some shots. Might have been able to get it. Axel actually out here going to be getting a knock onto Call2. So that goes to show you how important those initial shots from Lux were. Now Axel did not get the confirm. They had to pop back into cover. Lucas from GRUNTo find themselves some cover for the time being, but Call2 right behind them.
Tempo and Cloud9 are going to get into it. It's a 2v4. Cloud9, I believe, yes, they did tank out Tempo Storm. So Tempo Storm is out. They've put them kills on the board as well. They still need to be careful because at the end of the day, there's still 8 people up. They did get a thirst on the Irish from Simplicity. Simplicity split up once again. They were in zone. Yeah. I don't know. Like, this is just, it's really tough to see. Yeah.
Maybe going for kills. They've had to guess. They've had to guess. I mean, 4 so far for the squad. Call2 looking to get the final blow on the Axel. Almost getting taken down themselves, but Fran right there with that support able to help out. Now, looking around, we still see Cloud9 up there just north of this, out there in the distance. They will be receiving some shots. Like you mentioned, Simplicity kind of split. We got 2 members from Simplicity taking shots on Call2, and I believe we got 1 member maybe taking some shots back there in the distance. So we'll see how that will come out into play. Oh, that's actually Omen over there. So Omen are making the push onto Cloud9. So we have multiple fights still happening.
Gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough right here. CultuBGBG need to make some big plays if they're trying to get into this. Omen Elite's getting on to C9 though. They are trading right now. It could go either way. It's gonna be tough to see who wins that one. As Tribe, I
do believe Tribe are dead, right?
Yeah, so that's it. They're out.
Yeah, Tribe are out. So nothing but points now for Cloud9. Cloud9 just down to Adder. So it does seem as if Omen Elite were able to successfully take down the entirety of Cloud9 right there. Done. 6 kills. 6 kills for Omen.
They're going to have everybody up too.
Coming up from the behind, backstabbing Cloud9.
Huge play. Huge play. I mean, anytime you get a wipe on a big name team like that, it's going to help your confidence and your overall demeanor big time. And they only have, few squads left. Great position, all people up. They can make it happen here in this last match of Vikendi.
This is totally like Omen's game. I mean, we have 4 alive still for Cream, if I'm not mistaken, out there in the distance. But really, the duo from Simplicity, and I think we still got a duo down there from Call2. it could play a factor, especially with Russell out here, just straight up, you know, camping it out, prone right now. Omen might be looking to pick up that crate, and Russell knows that. Russell's going to be looking right in the direction of the crate. We'll be tossing a molly, make it 2 mollies right on top of Omen, and they connect. Omen using these smokes. They have a good idea where Russell is. Russell going to be popping back to Minwoo, who is in cover in one of these windmills.
You know, Omen Elite, they still have another match to play. They have Erangel to play right here. So if they get this dinner, heck, Cloud9, Tribe need to be put on notice right here because they weren't too far away on. I don't believe they were too crazy far away on the leaderboards. So I mean, always a threat. Always a threat. You know, you gotta be. You know, unfortunately, Cloud9 not able to get a really high position here. Here comes Russell though. Getting into it.
2v2 over here on call 2. Fran able to get the trade over here. Fran gonna be closing that door. Minwoo gonna be spraying down the door, making the push with the D36, and call 2 down and out in 4th place. Simplicity though, will they have enough time? Will Minwoo have enough time to get Russell back up and at him here and healed up? Omen half 4 live. Cream
Big
4
Molly.
live. Seems like Simplicity
Oh
are
no!
in between.
That's it.
The squads and the molly coming out from Cream. So Cream will be capitalizing on that one. Will be having 6 kills to themselves. Nico opening up the engagement. Will be taking out one of the members from Cream, trying to catch that off angle. Now it's a 3v4 situation. Omen, we see them staying close to each other. 3 members will be moving on out, trying to wrap around using the blue zone, while Zuke will be playing that anchor position. More trades coming on out. Now it's just Nitsu from Cream, the last remaining member. Angry, getting ready. Uzi ready. Here comes Angry, gonna be making the push. They know where his last member is. In the smokes, taking random shots. Will be connecting a couple of them onto Nitsu.
That's it.
4 members of Omen. You're saying it, Hot Jukes. Omen, they were setting up for the dub here, and they have another game to go. If you are Tribe, if you are Cloud9, you are done for the evening. Omen has wide open road here to overthrow those 2 teams and potentially get another first place here in the scrims.
Big points for Omen Elite. And yeah, I mean, you always got to be afraid because Chicken Dinner's 20 points to itself. You know, so for them, on top of that, getting 9 kills, 29 points. That's insanity. I can't wait to see how the scoreboards are going to look after 4 matches so far. But yeah, Cream Real Betis, great game for them. You know, coming out in 2nd place, I think that's huge. At the end, they played it separate. And I think that instead of playing it defensive, these squads need to be playing it together and way more aggressive. So, yeah, Omen did just that, and we're able to get the solid first win.
What, in your opinion, was there really anything the duo of Simplicity could have done differently? Because, I mean, they were just stuck,
I mean,
stuck like Chuck.
At that point, they should have already had, like, they need to play tighter overall as a squad. So they shouldn't have had just 2 up separate. So, I mean, I think if you have 2 up and you get 3rd place, you should be happy. You really should. Yeah. You know, because you have to make like, all the rest of the teams have to make mistakes if you want to win 1st place. At the same time, I think that they could have been in a better spot if they had their whole team there together. So I think that that's something that Simplicity needs to work on big time going forward here for the rest of the PMPL scrims.
Oh, that's why we're here. That's why we are here. And you know what? Omen Elite getting a chicken dinner this evening.
Huge.
First 2 games of the night, we really didn't see much from the team. Didn't see much. But with this chicken, that 20 points plus the kills, that is going to propel them up the leaderboards, Hot Jukes.
Can make something happen. And you know what? We have the leaderboards in right now. So let's go ahead and see how they've been changed after some crazy 4 matches of intense PUBG Mobile. Let's look right now. As you can see, Cloud9, 84 points. Woo, that's a heck of a lead right there.
84 points. So to put that into perspective, they're pretty much a chicken dinner ahead of.
Yeah. I think that I think Cloud9 is in a pretty spot right here. You know, great chicken dinner for Omen Elite. Nonetheless, yeah, I don't think they're gonna really be able to make it happen unless they wipe out half the lobby in this last match. I mean, interesting to see, though. I mean,
it is interesting to see. And just, you know, if Omen were to get another chicken dinner, right? If they were to get another chicken dinner, that not counting any kills, that'll put them at about 58 points. So that will get them third place.
They can get the money.
But they want second. Obviously, you want first, but first place is just like 2 chicken dinners. So, I mean, realistically speaking, I feel like that second place is still up for grabs if you are Omen Elite.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is definitely available right here. Tribe, they're out. No more. So that's it. They're staying at 61 points. Cloud9 staying at 84 points. And yeah, that $200 is up for grabs easily. Unfortunately, you know, they got taken out a little earlier than they wanted to. But yeah, Omen Elite, after a good chicken dinner like this, they're going to have all the momentum that's going to be the best for them going into this last match.
Yeah, and then underneath them, Call2, they had a duo up there at the end. Trem, Team Carreta, Simplicity, and GRUNTo to end things out on that 10th place position. Sending it on over to the next page. Enxame Gaming, Tempo Storm, Team Queso, The Knights, Ace1, Team Solid, Mezexis, XQ Gaming. They were able to get 2 kills. D4 and then Alpha 7.
So 3 matches for XQ Gaming, 2 kills. Definitely a tough performance from them right there. Let's go ahead and just see exactly, you know, the kind of damage and stats that they were able to get here in match number 3, and that's the third kill of the evening right there. Starlight putting one up on the board right here. So yeah, XQ having a really tough time in today's matches. Yeah, I think that, you know, after that chicken dinner, you never know what, you know, the team's mentality is. Maybe they're like, hey, let's just skip practice. We won. You know, so maybe I think that they need to definitely reconvene and be like, nah, we got to make sure that we're prepped and ready to go every single day here.
They're all laying down, chilling, playing, compared to like sitting up. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, well, they got one last match to get up and start learning, and this is a great opportunity for them. You can't pay for any better competition right here. So yeah, I'm interested to see how they're gonna be able to do in the last match of the evening. So, guys, thank you so much. You know, get some hype in the chat. If you haven't, hit the follow, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons out there. I appreciate everybody that's throwing support for all NA players out there. You know, myself and Dave as well. Appreciate you guys, you know, throwing your support for us as we're doing, you know, all we can to help support the NA season and PUBG Mobile for putting this whole thing on together in general. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how this is all going to turn out. And yeah, we'll catch you right after this break going into our last match of the evening, Erangel.
Feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูยต้องหูหมาเลยนะ เดี๋ยวทำให้ดู 14 นาฬิกามา 2 คน 150 เมตร แค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ 4 เมตร แล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยว เราต้องรู้ระยะปืน ใกล้กลางไกล เข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่
เท่
ไม่เท่เลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรงล่าง ทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
กูไม่บอกโอ้โหเป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูยต้องหูหมาเลยนะ เดี๋ยวทำให้ดู 14 นาฬิกามา 2 คน 150 เมตร แค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ 4 เมตร แล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยว เราต้องรู้ระยะปืน ใกล้กลางไกล เข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่
ไม่เท่
ไม่เท่เลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรงล่าง
พ
ไงนะ
รุ่น IP13
ก็ไม่บอกโอ้โห
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Last match of the evening. Here we go. Game number 5. Erangel, the map that all these players know like the back of their hands. What's some crazy PUBG Mobile that we've seen so far here today in number 7? We saw a couple self-nades in the first 2 matches. They were able to get that nice and sorted out for game number 3. But man, here we go. Ready for the last match of the evening.
Yep, the last match. These players currently getting in the lobby, hoping and praying that this flight plan will be somewhat decent for them and not so challenging. Hot Juice, I'm ready for it, my man.
I'm ready. Let's go and let's jump right into it as these players are about to drop in here without Cloud9, Pittsburgh Knights, Tribe, Team Solid, all out. That's it. They've already played their 4 matches. And a quick reminder for anybody that's just jumping in, there's 5 matches every single day of the scrims. Teams only play 4. And as you can see, Cloud9, they're way up ahead. They are set up nice and pretty going into this last match. So, oh man, I think that if you're Omen Elite, you're any of the other squads, honestly, I just want to see craziness. I think like if they want to go for first, they need to like wipe out almost 30 players. So I wonder if like, you know, like I wonder if they just go nuts, just like drop and just start full send squatting on everybody. I mean, they got some really good fraggers, and I know teams won't expect it. So that'd be interesting to see them bust out a strat like that. Because I mean, if they are, it's scrims. This is the time to do it. And you never know if it comes situation like when we're talking big leagues, PMPL. That's, I mean, the difference in first place and second place is not $500. We're talking it's like $50,000. I mean, I don't know the exact prices yet. I'm just speculating. But if it is anything like we've seen in the past, big money's on the line.
Huge money. And, you know, like you mentioned, I think I saw a couple days ago, Zute tweeting a picture of them in public matches with the squad. They got about 30 kills. This is different, though. Can they do the same thing this game? Will they be able to rack up that kill count and live the dream and maybe get first, maybe get second place? Remember, Cloud9, they're at least a chicken dinner ahead of second place. All these players will be dropping on out. First circle does go on up. Talking about Omen in particular, they're going to be down there, South George Hospital area. We got Loops by them, though. That's concerning for me because Loops, very unpredictable, very aggressive squad. You never know what loops you're going to get per match. So if you are Omen, loops is going to be a big issue, at least in my opinion, for the team.
You're going to have to be careful. That's a really good squad. I wonder if you're Omen Elite and you're trying to just wipe out teams like crazy, if I were to try to attempt something like that, I think your best bet is dropping near squads you can take out, most likely. You know, maybe drop against some teams that are consistently struggling on the leaderboards, maybe split looting, you know, get those early kills and then worry about those bigger teams as time goes on. But yeah, they're taking South George. They're going to know this side of the map really well. So I'd be surprised if they really get caught in rotation onto loops right here. That would be a huge misplay from them.
So we'll see. You know, Wildcard, they might go to Severny. Knowing them, I mean, they love that loot location. It's pretty much their spot. That's what they call home. Now, a little bit of military base will be in circle number 1. So Team Carreta probably going to be able to loot this one up. No issues. They're going to have some type of plan, though, when it comes to rotating on in to either that east bridge or most likely they'll be utilizing the west bridge. And I saw there on the mini map, we have GRUNTo, we got Team Queso, we got XQ Gaming, all near that west bridge, all near that quarry, that very pure type of area. So if you are Team Carreta, you know, rotating on in the circle, you're going to have to scout and kind of get as much information as possible instead of just straight up sending it. I believe it was not Team Carreta, but I remember GRUNTo. They set up a bridge camp last night on that west bridge. So they are a squad that likes to use that tactic.
For sure. You know, and speaking of GRUNTo, look at Ran trying to set up the trap here for Mystic. Yeah, that's his strat that they use it, like, you know, and hopefully this is the situation that they're always caught in. You know, they always get caught in split looting, and they're always kind of stuck in this one spot. I wonder if you're Ran. You know Mystic's there. I'm not sure if Mystic knows you. So I wonder if you just start making the bird calls to the rest of your team, saying, "Hey, get over here! You know, we got a free player right here, some free loot." And I think
Actually,
that's
is
the best
Mystic
play
aware
for 'em.
though? I mean,
I don't
for
think so.
someone not being aware, Mystic's over there crawling now. Mystic might have caught whiff of this.
Well, I think the longer that they wait, the longer that you have a chance of the other team coming up and crashing on you. You know, GRUNTo, if I'm their squad, I'd be hauling it right now. It's a 4v1 this guy, and not even worry about him.
Look at Mystic. I think GRUNTo is actually, you know, like you said, the bird call. I feel like the bird call went out. We see the mini map. Another member of GRUNTo seems to be making their approach on foot. Lucas up here in the hills, trying to get the sandwich right now on Mystic. Mystic before worrying about one GRUNTo member, now making it two, and we see as well more members of GRUNTo. GRUNTo, they smell the blood in the water, Hot Jukes. They smell it, aka Mystic. Can they get the squad wipe? The biggest upset of the day, at least, if Mystic is able to do that.
Confidence. Yeah, you gotta have the confidence. If you're GRUNTo, no matter who that one player is, if you 4v1 that player correctly, he stands no chance. And look at him running out right now.
Wow.
Done.
Oh, okay.
Still risky.
That was quick. Yeah.
That was really risky from Rand to try to engage in that 1v1. He should have just waited a little longer for his squad, because if he would have gotten knocked, he was 100% thirsted right there in that situation.
I feel like Mystic made the right call, though, right? Instead of waiting for the support from GRUNTo, they tried to get the 1v1 first, right? And at least try to get a point on the board.
Mystic did all he could in that situation. He just ended up losing the 1v1. I'm just saying, if you're Rand, you have to be conscious of that. Like, there's no reason to take a 1v1 that early when you have your whole team right there. Might as well play it safe, not risk getting some crazy weird knock on you, and then you're thirsted. Yeah, you want all the team members you can. Illos, look at that quick little ADS onto his buddy, making sure that he's safe. He's getting looted up here. Yeah, setting up at school.
Looked like he wanted to jump off the board into the empty pool. You know. Yeah, I've been petitioned. Let's get some water in this pool. Why not? Let's get some water in the pool.
Right. Make him
it happen.
swim for some loot. Make him swim for some 5-5, right? That'd be interesting.
I mean, it's a pool. It's a pool.
Yeah, you know, but then again,
What?
Pools are expensive to maintain.
What's the downsides of having water in that pool?
They're expensive to maintain. You know, you got to buy the chlorine. You got to go ahead and make sure that you take care of it. And I don't know if PUBG Mobile wants to throw that cost down just yet. So.
They can write it off. They can write it off. Get one of those self cleaners, the little things that you hook up with the tubes, those little pool shark things that suck up the bottom. All of that thing.
You're right, but then you also
you can reintroduce some Vikendi skins in the game. Hey, I'm marketing right there.
Oh, hey, PUBG Mobile, take notes right there. But then again, they gotta hire a lifeguard, make sure no one's running around it too.
That's a skin, lifeguard skin.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Have the players handle it themselves. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
You can see XQ here, gaming. Our team of the day, holding 4 buildings. This is a really good. This is a good spot. Honestly, you can get some loot there. I think that the hill off to the side's better. There's a little dip at the end of that hill, right beside those 4 buildings, where you can kind of basically camp all those rotations. I think that that's a better spot than there, but at the same time, you're still trying to loot up right now. It's circle number 1.
Circle number 1, but this is going to be somewhat centralized within circle number 1. So it is a good spot to kind of hedge your bets on here and continue that looting phase here. Ace, looks like they're trying to use these tunnels to maybe sneak up, get a little closer, and maybe check on in to see what exactly Mezexis ESports are doing, maybe listen on in, see what's going on, and catch them off guard.
Oh, they know they're there. They ain't catching them off guard. Yeah, they know.
Tossing out some grenades. Tossing out some grenades that will be not connecting, but you know what? Allowing Ace to know, hey, our plan doesn't seem to be working out.
Yo, that's the alarm right there to the house, Ace trying to sneak up on them. As soon as that nade goes off, that's like, oh, they know we're here. So, yeah, they're looking to just kind of push it back a little bit, play carefully, Don't want to get grenaded. Put yourself in a position to get, you know, full sent on. Oh, the nades are starting to touch right now. Will Nunez be able to get the knock? Because I guarantee you, if Nunez gets this first knock, they're going to send it.
Looks like Ace are going to be utilizing the trenches out here to get a little closer to Mezexis. Mezexis haven't really been having the best showing here this evening, so if they can take out Ace here, yeah, that could be exactly what they needed to kind of revive the squad and the confidence levels from the team and push on into this final game of the evening. Let's see what will happen. Looks like we're gonna have a little standoff right now. A little standoff here. I mean, this is in the circle, so they don't really have the blue zone in the circle to kind of force them to take this fight here. So they're gonna be playing this one passive on both ends.
You know, I think that I hate to say it, and to not trying to sound toxic in this situation, but it is true.
Oh.
There's a lot more on the line than just money from getting first place. You know, there's a certain amount of respect that you're going to gain from these other teams. If you're Mezexis and you're a team that's constantly getting knocked out early, you're going to put yourself in a position to where as soon as a team knocks you and they know there's one, they're just going to full send it on you just because they know you're Mezexis. You know? Like if you're right now Loops or Cloud9, you're going to knock on one of their members, maybe you cause a little hesitation and saying, oh, maybe we don't want to push because it's this team. But yeah, if you're a team that's just constantly on the bottom of the leaderboards, as soon as they knock one, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's this people. Let's just full set it. Team. And you do not, and that alone, even if you're able to defend it, you're probably gonna still lose one player or two player, and it's gonna be just the worst case scenario for the rest of the game. So yeah, Mezexis need to make something happen in these next few days.
Need to get that respect out.
Gotta get it
in these scrims. And
gotta get it.
Talking about teams looking for respect. Utilizing the opposite trench just to the east of this, Team Queso also going to be finding themselves in some cover for circle number 2. We got DPs locked and loaded. We got a trike out here as well. I see Loop's going to be rotating just north of the chopsticks, gaining the attention of both Ace and Team Queso. Ace going to be holding this little dip, little pocket right now. They are going to be popping up, you know, catching some information, but really, you know, just waiting to see where this next circle goes, hoping that it does favor them. If it does, this is a very strong position.
100%. You know, I think that, you know, XQ is in a really good position right here. They're set up nice and pretty. All they got to do is just put in the work, and they should be able to come out on top. You can see HZ with that M4 4X. That's the gun to have right now. So they got the loot. All they got to do is hit the shots and find the people.
Looking to hit some shots and find some people in the final map of the evening. Surprisingly enough, we're about 12 minutes into the game. We only lost one player. Everybody going super try-hard mode here in the final game of the night. Playing extremely passive, trying to get as much information as possible. I mean, this is what you want to see at the pro level. You know, this is what you want to see. As far as a viewer goes, though,
100%.
This also makes it exciting because as the circles continue to shrink, you're gonna have a lot more players to deal with here. And waiting for the next.
Oh, the Sarge shift.
That's a hard shift.
Oh,
wow.
That's as hard as it could get. That zone is hugging the blue right there. Oh,
only
goodness.
3 teams in the circle.
It's ridiculous.
Cream,
if you're Cream or
Alpha,
Real Betis,
B4.
you're sitting pretty.
Wow.
Oh,
actually insane.
tough zone too.
Yeah,
a tough.
I mean,
one.
Wildcard, they're looking good up there. Wildcard, they have a nice, clean.
Best case scenario for Wildcard.
Yeah. They're in 3rd place, by the way. So they're trying to not only secure themselves the money here tonight, but get the win and get that 2nd place as well. So we both have Wildcard and Omen competing for that money. All these teams over here, though, Gatka, Chopsticks, they're all setting up. They did not expect this one, the hard shift. They all have to make their move now.
100%. They got to start moving instantly. I think that's. Oh, look at this, though. You got to worry about other squads. Loops, so good. That's it. Done. They blew him up. Oh, my goodness.
G-Fan bleeding on out right here. Becker coming up to get the confirm and get the loot. One more member left.
Oh, no. He had to watch that happen in front of his own eyes.
Into the US. Yep, the one who decided not to get into the flashy purple US.
Oh.
Going to be up here with the DP. 16 squads still alive, heading on into that 14-minute mark of the game. And unfortunate for AZ, the last remaining member of XQ Gaming, they're not in the circle either. They are not in the circle. You would hope to be in the circle, especially after watching your 3 squad mates just get annihilated like that. But you know what?
Just had
At
to
least they
witness
still
it.
have a chance to get some points.
Yeah, he's gonna try his best to be able to secure his position. He's got to snake his way in. Man, I think that the one lesson that every team learned here for sure is don't drive past loops. They will blow your car up instantly. That team is really good at tracking vehicles right now. Poor AZ is traumatized. He had to witness his whole team go down in front of his own poor little eyes. And now he has to snake his way in. Yeah, for sure. I can only imagine his reaction to seeing that. You know, the devastation.
Trem out here. 2 kills so far. Heading on over to these fields just west of school. Looks like Ace are going to be out there. Currently pinned down by Cream. One of the members from Cream utilizing this 3-story to not only keep Ace pinned down, but also take some shots out there. Just
the third
north of
party.
him. Yep, here comes the third party happening right now. The push. Nunez looking like they were getting extremely close to Cream, trying to close the gap up here. We'll be paying the price. Gonna be bleeding on out right now. Hopefully we'll see some smokes come into play right now. Ooh, tempo out there in the distance as well. The 4th party happening.
Another
hard shift. Wildcard are laughing right now. Laughing.
Are you serious? Zone
the
magnets.
Only team in the circle. The only
pretty.
team in the circle. All these teams in the south need to make the push. Here comes Alpha 7 GG. Gonna be tossing some grenades. This is our squad that we were kind of suspecting, you know, to carry on with that momentum after their chicken dinner with the 10 kills.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like Zute was attempting to rotate on out of here in that US. Was spotted by one of the members of Alpha 7. Nico going to be stuck on this rock. Going to be tossing the smoke, giving away the position. Rolex looking towards the smoke. Might not have seen Nico toss that smoke. Looking to get the thirst, and no!
That's it.
Tunnel vision is true right there. But Abdul, now with this information, we'll be tossing the grenade onto Nico. Nico going to be tossing one back, saying, hey, you're trying to give me a present. Well, here's one right back at you. Now the mission for Nico, revive Zute. Will they be able to get that? They are in this next circle, but we see teams just zooming on by in their vehicles, passing this fight as well.
You know, it's funny because he definitely did say that, Dave, but he said that with his back turned. He was running away as soon as he threw that nade. Nico's in a world of hurt here. It's a tough break for Omen Elite, especially coming after a big win. He's gonna run across here, and it looks like he is gonna make it. And they're in this dip. Will he be able to do it? Oh, he does!
Oh, clutch.
Wow, what a save!
I mean, if you're Alpha, I feel like you're wasting too much time right there. I know Alpha have that little building for cover, but you know, you're Alpha. You're all the way down here on the leaderboard. Like, you want to kind of be a little aggressive, at least in my opinion. You know, to get some kills, and you know there's a player going for a revive. You know, maybe get a little closer, toss some grenades. Maybe they're out of grenades here. You see that Buell taking shots out there in the distance as well, and the revive. Oh no, Zute is actually dead. The revive was not successful.
Oh no, he got caught. And that's crazy third party from GRUNTo right there. Devastating right there. The hope getting lost right now for Omen Elite, as it is just Nico. Gonna have to try and make something happen for the rest of the squad. Look at Loops though. Loops and B4 getting into it.
Yep, Becker already bleeding
knocked.
out. B4 looking to make
the third party
move.
again.
We know Loops are extremely aggressive, but the third party just too strong for them. Loops gonna be taken down and out. One more member up for B4, able to continue to survive, carry that gauntlet here. And Simplicity, Team Queso, all also going to be inside Sunken City. Tempo Storm, finally with 4 alive here, heading on into the mid game. These past couple games, they've been losing players on rotations and find themselves in very awkward positions in the late game. So hopefully they can remain with their numbers here. Really, it depends if these hard shifts continue to happen, really tossing a wrench in everybody's plan. Ace finally taking the time to, you know,
Here comes
get the
Exam.
fight happening right now. Considering Exam are pushing out from their buildings, trying to get on into the new zone. Ace have been camping in this ravine, waiting for this exact moment. Garcia gonna be popping on over that ridge, switching real quick from the A-cam. We'll be connecting onto the Ace members, and just like that, clockwork. Timing is everything.
That's it.
I mean, Exam,
Yeah,
they moved as a unit, all 4 of them. No hesitation right
Perfect.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, if
No
you're
hesitation.
Ace in that situation, even though you're a duo, you have to know that you have to play that aggressive. They should have had, like, if they had smokes, throw like an offensive smoke wall and just nade like crazy as that zone closes to try and hopefully get a knock onto Exam. And you want to use that hill as all the advantages you can. You can't let them push up for free, otherwise you're dead for sure, and that's exactly what happened.
The thing is, though, with that push, Tempo, they heard that 100%. We already see them looking down there, but Tempo also needs to make sure that they're not going to be spotted and they don't get too tunnel vision. We see HH taking some shots with the Scar. There's a little bit of pre-firing, making sure that Exam, no, hey, don't be peeking your heads. We have quite the interesting push coming out from Wildcard over here. Sending it with the vehicles. Acer is going to be bleeding on out, but they are going to find themselves in a nice shallow ravine here. They should be able to get the reset out there on top of the hill, though. Grenades flying out. Team Carreta going to be pushing onto Tempo Storm. Tempo Storm, currently the king of this hill, trying to make sure Team Carreta do not make it on in and overclaim their spot here on the high ground. Tempo, though, exposing themselves to the third party. Rain on the off angle with the Uzi will be getting the confirm, and just like that, Tempo still within the western edge of this map and 6 kills with 4 alive.
Team Carreta out just like that. Tempo executing it just right. You know, right now they have the zone, they have the position. They need to play it hyper aggressive. Get together on that hill and make every team afraid to shoot at you. We want them all ducking as they're getting ready for this next zone right here. But they have to be careful not to overexpose themselves, as HH does get knocked, and Lupita getting some great shots into the smoke right there. Almost gets the confirm. It looks like they are going to be able to pick him up, though.
My concern for Tempo has to be Exam and how they're going to deal with Exam. Exam looking right in their directions. They got the DPs. Thankfully for Tempo, looks like Alpha 7 are going to kind of help here and get a little shots in of their own onto Exam down here to the south. Tempo, though, like you said, they executed that one push so well, or that defend, that is, and it looks like they were able to get their squad back up, healed up, and ready for the next fight. 8 teams left, 23 alive altogether, about 22 minutes on into this map here. Circle number 5, Wildcard still
Oh my
in the north,
goodness.
playing the edge, still going to be looking pretty decent within these circles. GRUNTo, though,
Zone card.
in this little ravine right to the north of this. Zone card, wild card, whatever you want to call them, card, are going to have to take out GRUNTo if they want to set themselves up for the dub here. Ace are going to be utilizing this vehicle to push up just ever so closer, still within cover.
Big nade.
The question is, though, can they get the confirms here? Wildcard are going to be throwing as many grenades as possible, making a mini red zone. Spring connecting onto Bucky. Bucky going to be bleeding on out over here. There goes a huge one from Slicky. Slicky with the dub. Able to confirm Wildcard that much needed northern position. Slicky also getting the revive. 4 teammates
Oh my
up.
goodness.
5 kills.
Slicky.
7 teams remaining.
Yo, Slicky went out to dinner and he called the rest of his team, say, hey, any of you guys want a 3-piece? Because that's what he just got right there with the grenade. Cannot beat it at all, and they're in a great position here. But look at this. Oh, Alpha 7 making it hard on everybody on the rotate.
With the trade down here with the M4. Man, Wildcard looking so good right now this game. Looking so good. Spec going to be down and out. 8 kills for Tempo. So Tempo really going to have the opportunity to put up quite the fight here if they can just continue to survive and, you know, take out Alpha 7. Looks like they might be able to get another kill out there on the cream. And, yep, another point to the bank.
Add it up, and not just another point, another placement as well. You know, now there's only 5 teams left. That's great for their situation. Rain takes out Simplicity. 2 members just like that.
Wow.
Oh my
10
goodness.
kills,
Rain and
10
Spring.
kills. 5 teams
Huge
remaining
game
here.
for Tempo.
Minwoo, the last remaining member out there in the distance for simplicity. Tempo with 3 up. Alpha 7, 3 up. Exam 2 up. Now Exam need to focus on making it. They are trying to get close here. Trying to take down Exam, or take down Alpha and get their position. We have
Pressing
Garcia
hard.
with DP. Yep, trying to spray.
Oh.
Garcia had the DP and the M249. The ultimate lawnmower action out here, but not strong enough. Alpha 7, great defend there.
If you're Alpha 7, you're going to want to pick up that M249. That's going to go huge, a long way, especially here at the end game zone. But you can see Wildcard and Tempo putting crazy pressure right now. Minwoo, the last one up for simplicity, trying to get an extra placement point right here. Oh,
Ooh, Alpha
always seems like
gifted with the zone.
they
have this hill. They have this.
the dream.
All they have to do is crest over there, take some shots. Look at the terrain right now for Alpha. Everybody else has to move across that open field. Tempo, they actually have maybe 2 trees. They have 2 trees for cover. Wildcard, I don't know if they have any vehicles. We do see 1 buggy still up for Tempo. Tempo going to start to toss out these smokes to block the sight lines from Alpha. Tempo, no. Alpha's down there, but Tempo also have the mission in their mind. They need to make sure to secure themselves. The
Smokes
teams in the
out.
north. Take them out. Take them out.
6 seconds
Wildcard
left. Right
pulled
now,
up.
if you're Alpha, you need all the ammo you have, and they need to be playing this hyper aggressive. You cannot let Wildcard push up on you right now. They need to be putting shots down already, but they're not.
Yeah. What's happening?
My goodness. Taking
Alpha
too long.
actually tossing some smokes out here as well, kind of helping the push from Wildcard. But as I say that, Acer taken down by Midtech. Wildcard are getting picked apart right now on the push. We see Spring out there. We see Beach. And once again, Midtech able to connect on another member of Wildcard, taking
Huge.
down Flicky. Only 2 members up left for Wildcard. They are going to have some safety, a little deflate to work with. The thing is, Alpha 7, are they biting off too much? They're taking
playing too
fights from
passive.
multiple angles. Yep, they're getting
can't
shot
be
from
laying
both
down.
Wildcard and Tempo. Rain pushing up, extremely aggressive in the open. Tossing out a molly, trying to connect right on top of Abdul. Going for the revive.
He gets
and
the angle.
gets the angle, able to surprise him. Now, if you are Alpha 7, you know there is an enemy right on top of you. How are you going to revive or survive, that is? Maybe tossing a grenade back for in retaliation. Tempo still with 3 up here in this situation. Rain cresting on over the hill.
Gets
Rain
knocked.
is, putting in so much damage right now. Midtech knocked down and out.
Are you
Going back and
kidding
forth.
me?
HH24, and just like that, Tempo overthrowing Alpha, taking over their position, will be able to loot their crates. Elon up. As I say that, Minwoo, the snake in the grass with the scar.
Oh, goodness.
Going to be connecting on one of the members of Tempo, leaving just Tensa alive to heal on up. Tensa has the cover to get the revives. Minwoo creeping and crawling out there in the grass. Wildcard still 2 up as well. Are we going to get the biggest reset of the evening here? 2
What
revives
is
coming out
happening?
from Tempo. That is huge, Hot Jukes.
Oh, goodness gracious. Right now, I can't believe Alpha 7 threw away their position right there, played it way too passive, and let Tempo push up on them. Tempo, they got the spot now. You know, they need to be playing this hyper aggressive. They got kills. They have a whole bunch of loot there. I mean, they could even do 1 person with the heal strat if they want to, because this is the last zone. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this with the nade. Wildcard out, baby. Oh, my goodness.
Taking out Wildcard, and now it's just down to Minwoo, the solo player for simplicity, regardless if they can get the dub here. Second place
And that's it.
is huge, and
Boom.
Tempo Storm pushing across the
Whoa.
open terrain. Rain,
Whoa.
you know what? Being that frontline fragger, going to be keeping Alpha just pinned down while their teammates made the approach to support them. HH24, 8 kills alone. 8 kills alone in the final game of the evening. Wildcard, I felt like this was their game. That push at the end, though, devastating.
19 kills, Dave. 19.
What place were they in coming into this game? I don't even know. Like, they were off
I
my
do
radar.
not know, but
They were
that's a
off my
chicken
radar.
dinner and 19
kills.
kills.
So that's almost
39
40
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
Patrick.
one game.
Dude, someone
Are
needs to
you
hold the
kidding
front
me?
door. They
Oh,
need to hold the front door.
my gosh.
I don't know
I
what place
can't
they're in,
believe
dude.
I don't.
39.
What
That's the highest,
a
that's the
match.
highest point per game so far here in the scrim.
Absolutely. There's
For
not
a match.
been more kills at all than Tempo Storm in game 5 of day number 7 right now. Absolutely crushed that match. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, you know what, Dave?
What?
We already have the scores.
We got it? Our admins on
They're
point.
ready.
Admins on. Hold on. Can we start with the second page first and keep
Yeah,
this
I
one a
think
mystery?
that's I think you got it right. So let's go ahead and see right now who is in 11th place, and that is going to be none other than CultuBGBG, GRUNTo Esports, Team Queso, Alpha 7 GG, XQ Gaming having a tough night today, down in the bottom there with Mezexis. So yeah, it's unfortunate to see these squads. You know, our team of the day had a great day yesterday. Unfortunately, having a tough one tonight.
I mean, hey, night number 1 of week 2, 20th place, 2 kills. Night number 2, last night, first place, 24 kills. Night number 3, 20th place, 2 kills. So, hey, maybe tomorrow, first place again. You never know.
Could be.
You never know.
Could be. Could have another pattern have arisen, but hey, it's about to find out what the real scores are, the ones that matter, the ones that pay that insane prize pool. And let's find out right now. Get your all anticipation. Get the hype in the chat.
In the chat.
As we find out who won number 1 for today. Cloud9 holds on.
Wildcard.
Oh my goodness. And Trem.
And Tempo.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
This is our first tie.
Tempo, so close. Yeah, it's a tie, but the tiebreaker kills. So 28 kills for Wildcard, and then 23 for Trem.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Cloud9, 84 points right there. Insanity. Insanity. That's the best. That's the most points out of any one of the days here so far in the scrim. So they crushed it. They crushed it.
Tempo crushed in the last game, though. I mean, they crushed it.
Oh, goodness.
Well.
I mean, they only had 20 points for like the first 3 matches. They outdid all of their points. Yeah, because they did 39 points in that last match alone. So, I mean, wow. What a performance there from Tempo. Crazy. They definitely made up for it.
They made up for it. And not only that, Wildcard, they jumped over Tribe. Coming into the last game, Wildcard were in 3rd. Tribe were in 2nd. So they were able to steal some money from them.
Insanity. It's crazy how just one match, Tempo wasn't even in the running for it. And they were they were the bottom of the leaderboards before this then. And then just like that, at one match, jumping up to 4th place, only in the PMPL Americas Scrims can you see this kind of action on the leaderboards right there. What a crazy performance from all these squads, ladies and gentlemen. Let's really quickly see how our team of the day performed in the last match of the evening. Again, a tough match for XQ Gaming overall. You got to give, they won yesterday, first place. Got to give them some props and some love because, they made it happen tonight. Not one of their nights. Hopefully, they can come back tomorrow and make it happen. As every day's a new Dave, here in the scrims.
Every day. 0 points, clean slate. Tomorrow is, of course, Sunday. So clean slate Sunday for all those teams. And on that, it's going to be the last night of season number 1. One thing I feel like Tempo definitely did this game because they were so low on the overall leaderboards. Like, they just came into this game confidence. They just wanted to take the fights. Nothing but fights. And that's exactly what they did. They took the fights.
They crushed it.
Rain alone, so aggressive pushing across that field. Pretty much 1v3ing Alpha until their squad mates were able to support them. That's insane.
They played it perfectly. Everything worked out right for Tempo Storm there at the end of match number 5. Alpha 7 had the hill. All they had to do was play hyper aggressive. Use that hill to their advantage. They're running out in the open. And you can't sit at the bottom of that hill, giving away that advantage and allow teams to push up on you. And because they did that, I mean, like I was saying, I saw one of the players laying down in that situation. You don't need to lay down. You have the cover. Yeah. They don't have anything. So in that situation, they need to definitely look back at it and make an adjustment here because, that could have been their game. That could have been that easy win for Alpha 7 right there. But you know what? Tempo, it just happened to work out for them. And 19 kills. First place.
Yeah. I mean,
insanity.
Biggest kill point here in the scrims per match. Yeah. HH24, 8 kills alone, fragging out. Another thing Alpha did that was pretty, I was curious on why. They were throwing smokes. They were tossing smokes in the direction of Wildcard. Maybe it was to block the sightline so that they can focus on taking the fight with tempo. I feel like those smokes kind of helped Wildcard push onto him a little closer as well. So I don't know. Curious, interesting things.
Yeah, tough. I think that they were just trying to throw out some cover to stop a push. At the same time, you got to keep track of the kill feed, have an idea of how many people are up in certain situations. You just killed 2 of their members. So there's no reason to really play it. You don't want to give them any advantage. Just shoot like crazy, make it a hard time for them. Unfortunately, they misplayed it, and yeah, that's how you end up in 4th place in that situation. But still, what a crazy match of the evening. Game, I mean, day 7 so far. I mean, every single day has just been insanity. A record-breaking night tonight. You got Cloud9, most points of any team so far here in the PMPL Americas Scrims. You got Tempo, most points of any team in one match. Can't beat it. You can't beat it right there. So,
yeah. I mean,
any final thoughts here?
35 games into season 1. 5 more tomorrow. That'll be 40 games. And then after that, we're going to start it all over. Season 2, 40 more games. So tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. It's going to be the last day of season 1. I don't know what to expect. I don't know who to expect to win. Hopefully teams bring their A game. That's all. I'm hoping for some great PUBG Mobile action tomorrow.
Well, hey, if you want to get that money, you're going to have to bring it. That's for sure. So thank you, everybody, for watching, supporting all the teams, all the players, us as casters as well, and the game in general, PUBG Mobile, for being able to put this on, especially in the current times that we are living in. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and we will catch you tomorrow on day 8, the final day of season 1 here for the PUBG Mobile Pro League Americas Scrims.